right as we were starting. By the way.
Do you see now, Eric? He's still there, right? No, he left already?
Wow.
Never mind.
That was quick.
Yeah, dude, he was out before the song was
Eric.
over. Hey, this is Off Topic. How you doing? Off Topic Podcast. You know it. We're here. I'm your host, Michael. We got Lindsay, Trevor, Jeremy, Gavin today. Got some sponsors. Got Movement, Blue Apron, Tipsy Elves. More on that later. Boom. We're into it.
That was nice and calm and relaxed.
Who are
We
you?
just had a great... Shut up. We had a crazy TTT.
Very
Well, I
delightful.
did Face Jam this morning for the new episode that comes out next week. And I asked previously, there he is, previously, hey, can we get the intro that we have in the song, like in the room? Because like Off Topic, I like hearing it. It's nice to hear it, and then we start the show.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, we got it. So then they played the intro, and I was just like, jamming to it. And then it went for like a minute, and he was like, you're supposed to talk, like, while the intro is happening. I'm like, nah, but I'm like getting hyped. He's like, that's not how it works. I'm like, well, that's how it works here.
That is how it works
We did
here.
the intro,
We
it
listen
stopped,
to the intro.
and then that puts me in the mood.
Or sometimes if we're riled up,
You
there's a
know, we
conversation
got the
happening.
intro in 4 takes.
Yeah.
He started doing basketball moves.
Well, yes, because it's a very like sports. That was real, Eric.
Hold on.
It's like very
Like
like
globetrottery.
sportsy. But
Yeah.
then the fake out was I went to shoot it and then I ate it because it's a sandwich. It's not a sports podcast. And he was like, nobody can see you. I'm
Yeah,
like,
nobody saw it.
But it was just for me.
You did it. So we did it 4 times.
I
did
think
the
we got
intro
it.
4 different times.
I think we got it.
One time he called it Space Jam.
Yeah,
Good. Can't do that.
It's good.
you can.
It's all a movie.
You can do it. It's not the title.
Yeah. I just
That's
like
a joke. You can make jokes.
It's a flub.
Your motion for sporty was
No, I was. He was there. Eric was there. I was dribbling
Jazz
the. I was
hands.
dribbling the ball like this. and I went
like
to like
that,
throw
that's
it. Yeah,
like a cat.
like Stanley in the office. I was slapping it, and then I was like. But anyway, I just want. Eric was here, and I wanted to get that in. Trev, we achievement hunter. We don't
break
hunt achievements. in
We
any way.
achievement hunter.
But,
we know hunt.
Jack announced Age Live.
Yes.
Sometime.
Sometime.
2 weeks ago, whatever.
Yeah.
But you got information now.
Yes,
You wanna
so there's
hit 'em with it?
information.
If you would like to come see us perform live,
We talked about it. It's on the West Coast. 3 cities: Los Angeles, Seattle, and San Francisco. I can reveal to you now the show days, the venues, and the dates that the tickets are going on sale, which is next week. So the tickets go on sale Tuesday, December 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for you first members. And then, yes, thank you. And then Thursday, December 12th, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for people that aren't first members. The shows will be Friday, March 13th, 2020, obviously.
Yeah, next year.
At the Novo in Los Angeles. Thursday, March 19th, 2020. At the Moore, Seattle. I'm reading it off here so I don't screw it up.
Yep.
And then Friday, March 20th, 2020 at the Warfield in San Francisco. So there we go.
if you're in the area,
If you're in the area,
vicinity,
Yeah, we're coming out to see you
on
guys.
down.
We're hitting up a couple big cities. So if you're nearby, try to as much as you can. If you can afford it, come out and see us. We'd love to see you guys. But those
San
are gonna
Francisco. We're dropping Fredo back off.
Yep.
We don't want him
We'll give
anymore.
him
Yeah, we're
back.
done with it. We're done
yeah,
with
we're
it.
gonna do like a meet halfway with kind of funny and like trade him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like take this.
It was fun to rent him for a bit.
for
but-
2 years. We tried it. We didn't want to buy it.
Good.
What?
You know, it was like that
Tried it for a very long time.
720-day return
Luckily, he's
policy.
still under
Like we'll
warranty.
recommend Alfredo,
He's
but it
body
just wasn't
trained.
for us.
He's house trained.
You know?
Heavily worn in.
He'll
Like,
just follow. He'll just come back. It'll be like what's that Yeti movie where it's to like kick it and shit and insult it and it leaves.
What?
The one with that bloke.
Are you trying to
from-
Zendaya or?
What?
Here we go.
Where he has to convince the monster thing to piss off, and he's like, nobody wants you.
Okay, so, you know,
go on, get it.
That's like so
on,
many.
go
on, get it. Yeah,
so many.
That's a
movies.
dog.
Hey,
Henderson's?
Harry and the
That's not a
Hendersons.
dog.
Well,
Well, no, that's not what we were talking
that's
about.
not what we were doing.
Oh.
Did you just try to talk while you were drinking water?
That was
what
amazing.
happened?
What
Said
happened
oh
there?
to himself, gurgled, and then there was like a choke spit take.
Was that the movie?
I'm not good at this line of work.
Really funny.
But if you're not sure what Achievement Hunter Live is going to entail, it's going to be very similar to the Australian show if you're going to make it all the way back over from the Australia. But it's going to be basically a little sampling from everything that you know and expect from us. So a little dabbling from the gameplay of Let's Play Live, some improv, some stand-up, some just live action shenanigans, you know? Everything, just a little sampler platter of everything we got going on. But yeah, we'd love to see you guys there.
Yes. True.
That's it.
True. Facts.
Yeah,
that was
facts.
nothing but
Case
facts
closed.
and whatever that was. That was that whole
Facts.
segment.
I'm gonna
And
be wondering what the
choking.
hell that movie was the entire podcast. It's gonna bother me.
We just said Harry
Was that it?
Henderson's.
Really?
Yes, that's
You
what he was
described
thinking
that
of. We were talking about
horribly.
something else. Gavin did. He mixed it.
How would you
around.
describe that moment?
To
Well,
be
here's
fair,
the thing.
I wouldn't do any better.
Is that Bigfoot or a Yeti in that movie? Though?
It's like a little mini Bigfoot, but
you
Bigfoot
said
is
Yeti.
a Yeti.
Alright, what's the
Yeti's like
difference?
snow.
Oh, it's a
Yeti's
white
the
Bigfoot.
white
They're
one.
in the same
Okay.
family.
That's what.
It's an albino Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Yeah.
like he's got
Wait,
like
I said Yeti.
the blue and white
Yeah.
theme going on.
Yeah, what's that Yeti
I thought he
that
was
you
talking
kick?
about. I thought he was talking about a cooler. Like,
What's
get out
that
of here.
Yeti you kick and yell at?
Yeah.
All right,
You know what I'm
Lindsay,
saying.
Lindsay, describe that scene in Harry and the Hendersons. Go.
I've never seen Harry and the Hendersons. All I can think of is thinking about kicking mini me.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen it either, but I know the movie, I know the context. I would have
Right.
taken a guess if you didn't say Yeti. I just knew it was Bigfoot.
So not. So not only was it not a great description, but it was to the worst group of people.
Yeah.
you
No,
could have
but I
described.
know pop culture.
It was
I know
a
the
bad
movie.
reference to a bad audience.
Yeah.
Well, there's that new show about the Abominable Snowman. I think it's called Abominable. It's like a Netflix show. Pretty sure it's an animated
about him
kid
trying to
show.
fit
Don't
in.
look at me.
Yeah.
No,
You have children.
Don't look at me.
You
That's
have
the only person I
children.
can point to here.
Do
Hey,
you think Ryan could say abominable?
No.
I almost couldn't.
He would have to.
can.
He would go about bomb.
That's hard to say for humans.
Evanescence.
He'd do it exactly like that. The Madonna song.
Evanescence.
I don't know what he does, okay?
Evanescence.
All I know is, like, if somebody flubs, you gotta point it out.
Yes.
Now, in Achievement Hunter, you generally don't have to because 4 other people will, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but then
he's
if
the
no
first-
one does,
someone will.
that's
Does
absurd.
that ever happen? The only time it ever happens that I can, like, think of this often is when Ryan does it and Gavin's not there and no one will say anything, and I'll just go, let's give him a break. Like, Gavin's not here. Let the guy have it. Let's just say nothing.
Sometimes I won't call it out, and I'll wait for someone else to, and then no one else does, and then I call it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's that after call where, like, because normally the call out is normally just repeating whatever the flub was. That's normally the call out. And then we go on a tangent about it forever. There was one today that we went on a tangent about for a while.
I messed up something in Alu.
Deceit.
And that too. We had a couple of
I did it
flubs in
today
Deceit.
to Eric.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I knew no one else would do it. Jordan wasn't gonna do it. Jordan was sleeping during the podcast. So he said Sprice instead of Spice, and I let him finish the sentence.
Oh,
and
right,
then I,
right,
and I
like-
attacked him immediately.
You'd go on about Sprice and the
Herbs and
Sprice
spices.
girls.
See, I didn't even
and,
go
like,
that
you know,
far.
that
I
would
just
be-
said, I said, hey, you messed that up.
like, oh, you know, Baby Sprice is doing well right now.
See,
like
you got
that
it
would-
easy.
Yeah. Like
Imagine if there was 4 people doing it.
exactly, and it's the whole room is with that. Like
God. Well,
You know,
I'm more familiar with, because the environment's like that, I fuck up and then I immediately panic correct myself before you guys can jump on it. I'm like, no, I know I'm
then
No,
it's
dumb.
too
see,
late.
see, no, there's no panic correct. You can just do it wrong again, louder.
Sure.
That's really the only way to stop it.
yeah, it's like yeah. I mean, if you own it, it's still gonna be a conversation.
Yeah, but then at least you control it.
At least you're like,
You know,
I
you get ahead of
started
the
this
media, like
conversation.
Michael Scott. You gotta get ahead of
so
the
that's the
controversy.
initial call out is usually like the repeat of it. But if no one does it, Gav will then go, did you just say blah, and say it really like
Because I have some bad flub calls sometimes.
You
right?
do sometimes.
Where I'll
Well,
hear
because,
my
I mean-
ears flub,
yeah.
and then they actually said it
Get
right.
your ears mixed
You,
up.
but
Got my
well,
ears back
it's a
into
percentage thing, right? Like
Yeah.
you call out so many, sometimes I feel like you're off. There'll be
Yeah.
a general consensus where Jeremy or I will go, oh, he said it right.
Yeah.
He said it right.
But you know,
and then Gavin will go, okay.
But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
So you gotta call
You know
out
what
when
I
you're
mean?
thinking
Right.
ears.
It's the rule.
Yeah.
That's it.
the rule.
That's
My ears flubbing is one of my favorite Jeff moments where he calls someone a flub lord, and I misheard it, and I was like flub lord, and Jeff just goes flub lord, like obviously I'm saying flub lord.
You know that word that we all say all the time.
It goes from like patience to 0 patience in like
Yeah.
1 second.
I know what you're
That,
talking
the
about.
best example of that still is Alfredo when he was doing FUPA. When he was trying
God.
to figure out what FUPA was. I'm F word!
Oh yeah, that was an instant takeoff too. Anger. Because like there's like the very calm, and the takeoff is when he goes, "You stupid!" He just yells, "You stupid!"
man.
And then yeah, boom into the that's into the
Just
anger.
the desperation in his voice too. Is
There's
so
a lot of
beautiful.
those in golf, like with Jeff, like the earlier golfs.
Yeah.
Golf hits and stuff like that. I think it kind of got beat out of him a little because then he just knew. But there's a lot of like instant meltdowns. in
Yeah,
that.
well, because he like would suppress it, and then eventually we just. But we played golf recently. We streamed it.
That was a good one.
For like the charity stream, and he is really good at those golf games. He is really good at it when people aren't bipping him.
Do you think he went on and
won?
practiced?
I don't doubt it.
He might have.
Back in the day.
He won one of them, and he almost won the other one until the bippage started, and then and then it would roll down.
That Tase one we did was good too. The Tase Fist golf stream
Tase Fist golf,
we
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
When they electrocuted you?
Matt said it, and every time I corrected him. Every single time he goes, I electrocuted. I said, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. And he would go, I got electrocuted again. I go, no, you didn't.
You got shocked.
No, you didn't. He got it. We did 2 courses, right? I think it was like 36 holes. So it was like a bunch of rules
Yeah,
of like,
I
if
think
you
we did
finish
30.
last or you stroke out, basically one person more or less got Tase Fisted at the end of every hole. And Matt got it 12 times.
Matt got it the most. No, in the
got-
first
Out of how many? Is that
Out
No,
of like 24,
on the first
potentially it was
course,
more.
The first course he got it 9 times.
9, half, literally half.
Half.
the game.
And the rule was if you were last, you got tased, but then
Yeah.
you couldn't be tased next round.
You
You had to
had
buy
immunity.
which
Yeah.
is why Matt got tased 9 times because half of them he was immune.
There was a slight discrepancy
Wow.
in the rules where like a couple of times for some reason we decided you should get tased twice, but it only happened like once or twice.
I think it was like even if you were immune, if you stroked out, we still got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys also tase for TTT? Because I watched the gameplay, but I had it on
Today? No.
Not
No,
today.
no,
We
during
haven't
the
done
charity
that.
stream.
We did that a long time
That'd be
ago.
TTT.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
TTT? Yeah, we did that once.
That was the-
TTTF.
That was like the introduction of
Fit
Taste
for
Fist.
Yeah.
Fist.
The
Yeah.
TTT from
Well,
today
that
was
was
funny.
That was the introduction to make us play right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tase Fist. That's what it was.
It almost makes us play 2 right.
Almost two right?
I don't know
Yeah.
about that. Wait,
Maybe you're right.
what?
There was still
The
tasings to be
Tase
had.
Fist?
Oh, well,
Well,
but
no,
I'm
with
saying,
Tase
but I'm
Fist.
saying Tase Fist set us on the course we're on now.
Yeah.
And if we break that,
It
I'm
was a
like,
harsh
you're
reality
the most
that we-
upset with that. So that blew my mind for a second. I thought you were saying we played 2 right now.
No.
Because it was just, what's up?
I
lot of
like
that
It was like when
happened.
Chad sat down for the stream and he happened to be the trader. And he's like, what's this game?
That was awesome. Yeah, Chad's first time
we
in there.
won.
He's like, I don't know
Did I
what
play
we're
it?
doing. And yeah, he was the trader.
Oh,
I
he
was
just
like,
killed everyone?
And that was
Yeah.
like a glitch. And he blasted me because he didn't know what anything was. So I looked like a traitor and he still just killed me. And then they won.
It's very mean move, Chad. Well done.
And it worked out. We gave him the printout.
I've decided I found out what's more disappointing than because I used to think killing the jester was the worst part of TTT. Like,
Yeah,
the thing
it's
that's like
insulting,
the
yeah.
biggest letdown to yourself. I find even more frustrating if I'm the hypnotist and I don't do anything.
Yeah.
That's a
Getting killed
hard
as the
one.
Really
hypnotist,
want it.
especially if you haven't done, you
Yeah.
haven't even killed anyone yet. It's like soul destroyed. My
It's-
heart sinks. I'm like, the potential.
It's not as
Yeah.
bad, but I feel the same way if you get revived by the hypnotist and then you immediately die.
Yeah.
And you're like,
What a
I let
waste.
down my lord.
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah, he had one and he wasted it on me.
I was dead today in a game we played, and I saw Kevin get revived, hide in the corner, and immediately got wasted. I'm like,
I couldn't
that
find a
that didn't
gun
last
for
long.
like a minute.
I feel that way with zombies. If you're a zombie and don't revive anyone, like if I'm a zombie and I don't manage
Zombie
to do it,
rounds
I'm
are
like,
so fast.
Yeah.
And they're- but they're
It's
also like-
usually like do 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 zombie, and then it's just like then they all come out and go. Bleh.
I was
Everybody
with
starts
you in a
stabbing.
zombie round, and I was just standing behind a counter with you, and we were like talking to each other. And we were a little like, "What are you?" And I was a zombie, and then I heard the call out like, "A zombie, a zombie!" And I was like, "Oh, he's gonna be on edge now!" And I like pull out the knife,
It's
and then you
immediate.
out crouch jump me. You
Yeah.
out crouched up to the counter, and I
It's
couldn't
immediate.
do it. And then Gav lightsaber.
Then Kevin was spinning out with a lightsaber.
I had a
Like
lightsaber
that,
in one hand and I was
lightsabers.
force pushing the zombie.
That was
like,
so good. That was so good. I realized, like, wow, force push is amazing. He's just going, get out! He was just shoving people out of the room because we added some Star Wars stuff that's
Yeah.
like in an upcoming TTT.
And it's really funny.
Yeah, there's
It's
lightsabers,
insanely
and when you
funny
have the
TTT.
saber, you get some force powers that you can use.
Yeah,
in
it-
that video, for the first time, I really hopped into the role of vampire because before 1, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and 2, I don't know. I would always get killed before I could even do anything once I finally figured it out. So this time I had the chance to do it, and I love it. I want to eat like everyone.
eating
on the
is very
map.
satisfying.
The
Secret-
sound.
secret
well, it
meals.
wasn't just you eating; it was your character
Right,
eating.
yeah.
I also I like
funny.
the mindset we put ourselves in. So yesterday we were gonna play Deceit, and we didn't get a chance to by the end of the day. But I changed my Steam name in advance to Michael No Eat.
Yeah.
So then today we were playing, it was like one of the first rounds, and I got killed, and Fiona came over to me, and she's like, Michael No Eat's dead, and Ryan's like, eating vampire! He started screaming
Like, no,
vampire.
it's his name. It's
It's really funny.
It can really a call out can really set things off. Like, you know, just
I'm gonna
saying
change my name
someone's
to
name.
Trevor as a hypnotist.
I mean, yeah. Somebody actually said in the chat, in the RT chat, they were like, they're not still sure what a hypnotist does. A hypnotist is just a trader that has a thing that can revive a dead person, and then they're on the trader's team when they come back.
They
They're
revive as a
reviving
trader.
Yeah,
It-
it takes
they can only
like
do it once.
20 seconds.
It takes a while, so you
15
need to be
seconds,
alone.
It's a long
Yeah,
time.
it's very satisfying when you pull it off, though.
Yeah.
Also, somehow, Jack got confused about the glitch again.
Again. He
does it every single video, right?
yesterday.
I was
Or, like,
watching
during the charity
when he was the
stream.
glitch, and I remember that he always gets kind of confused, and I was like, I gotta watch this because I want to see how does he get it confused. I still I guess
He's
I don't
very
get it.
he
Not that
thinks
confused.
what his brain won't let him accept is that the glitch can't see who the other traders are.
Right.
And he always thinks that they can. So someone's like, all right, I'm revealing, I'm the glitch. Because like if a trader dies, then you can reveal.
Yeah.
If everyone knows that it was a trader, you're like, okay, I was the glitch. Jack will go, oh, well then who's the other one? I'm like, I don't know. You always go, I don't know, Jack. That's not how it works.
Did that not also happen for a little bit? In TTT came out today that features the Ruby mods, which is really, really exciting.
Oh, that came out today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching that earlier, and I won't spoil it, but there's one moment where I saw Jack do something in the game, and I didn't register what was happening in front of me, and then I instantly was killed by Jack, and I was like, "Ma!" I made like a
Are you talking about when I was
yeah. And so
Something happened, yeah.
I showed Trevor the footage, and I was like, "Put the Pikachu meme in there instead of my face." So for
Right.
one
I
second,
remember you saying.
Yeah, and you said that in the video.
Good.
That, man, yeah, that Ruby one came out today. I was not good in that one. I did so
remember
little.
you walked away. It was just like
There's some
I got
episodes.
slaughtered.
I was like, I got slaughtered. I killed no one.
had
And
that
at one
today.
point, I even went to crouch down in the corner in that one. I was like, I'm gonna watch. And then I got run over by a stationary car.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I just got- I got-
everyone was confused
You got-
by
you
that
got,
because
like,
you died like
got geometry
immediately.
pinched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all like, "Who did this?" And like again,
And I was just laughing.
I try my best to just look at the screen because so many videos, I'm so used to like looking at Gavin's screen or looking at your screen, and like I'll do it sometimes where I'll look at Gavin and go, "Shit, forgot I'm playing
Right, yeah.
TTT. Like I don't want
Right.
to see this."
You have
screen."
the perfect view of my
I
role.
really do.
And same to
But
I
like,
can-
but
Oh, no,
whenever
man,
Gavin or Jeremy die or do something, I see like the arms flailing or like Jeremy's head on his desk and he's just doing this. I'm like, somebody got him good. And then the whole round took place and you're like, I crushed myself.
I was because I was
no.
laughing so hard because you guys were like, "Who did this?" Like everyone was trying to sort it out. But the other thing I was trying to get to happen is Jack found my body as the detective that round, and he searched me and saw that I was a glitch. But no one saw it. The alert at the top that's like, so and so was found, and they were a glitch. And I even slacked Jack during it.
Like,
He didn't
don't
end up
say
seeing it, and I
anything.
was like, tell him I was a traitor. Because
Yeah.
if he was like, oh, there's a dead traitor, then both the traitors would think the other person
Yeah.
was the glitch.
Has
But
that ever happened?
no, it's really
the
tough.
man who doesn't understand the glitch opens it up and says,
He didn't-
"What's
he-
this?
he
He
didn't
had
It's a
all the
glitch."
pieces of the puzzle and then
Yeah.
just dropped it.
But it's really fucking. It's hard because there is that pop up that's like this person was a glitch.
I had a lot of in that episode, a lot of lucky like catches. Like I'd see something fishy happening. I do a lot of observing in Gmod now, which is like sometimes not always the best. Like today, I think there was a moment where like I could go into action, but I'm like I want to just observe and
Because
understand.
you also don't want to like kill someone. I mean,
I'm sometimes I think I've overcorrected now. I'm too hesitant to just pop
I'm
off.
very hesitant.
Like as if we still have taste fist rules, but we have episodes where like I don't know, like we balance playing the game well and like really figuring out who the traders are, like a really good puzzle and like reading each other. And then we have ones where we just do ridiculous stuff, like teleporting around and like
I didn't
like fooling
really.
each
Yeah,
other.
I had a disappointing one today. I was just the detective a bunch and innocent a bunch. And
I
that
was
my
I was
least
innocent
favorite.
a load.
Yeah.
And it's like it's super vanilla. And
Oh.
you're like, I guess I'll find a gun and just kind of hang out.
That's why, like, whenever I'm innocent, I just try and rile things up, and I always get accused of being a jester. It's because the innocents can't do anything
Yeah.
unless it's like that guy's bad. 4 people think that guy's bad. Kill that guy, and then you just join the mob.
Yeah.
But that's why I always like run into people's faces or I shoot at the floor.
Yeah,
'cause I
yeah,
just want
yeah.
something to happen.
Oh, I do
where
the
I'm
same
like,
thing.
Shit, at least if like I get a traitor to start shooting me or whatever, like I don't know.
Now,
Right.
now
Just a
there's
bunch
that.
of innocent people.
you're trying to pull
standing
them
in a
out.
circle. Yeah,
because you're like, oh, there's like 4 other innocent. Let me fish out
What
the
I
bad.
will say is, like, as we become a little more hesitant to just go crazy killing, that's why I enjoy Alfredo, because he goes out of his way to be sneaky and
Yeah.
weirdo, so I have no problem just murdering
He's
him.
insane.
I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna shoot you if you do this, and he goes, "Blah, blah, blah, blah," and I just waste. I don't care. I shoot him. You know, he almost kills me all the time anyway, because he's
Right.
much better than
Oh,
than
God,
me at,
he's so
at mouse
good.
and keyboard. But like, he's kind of like my safety net of like, oh, he was innocent. Oh well.
Right, well, yeah, Michael goes and I go, like, Michael at one point was like, Fredo just did this, and I'm gonna put him down because he tried to do this, he's being weird. And I was like, I believe this entirely. I was like, Michael's not lying,
Yeah.
Fredo's a weirdo.
I don't think I've ever won a one-on-one with Fredo. And now I can't beat Fiona. Fiona just like one-shots me in the head.
She's
at the
good
moment.
with a sniper.
She's
in that
really
game.
good.
Lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty good in deceit. too,
There was
for
a
that reason.
round today where like I think she was the detective and I was holding the rifle and she's like, hey, give me that.
Yeah.
Like, give me it. I was like, okay.
I was like, chunk it.
yeah. Give me it. Bugs Bunny.
Awesome.
No, and we did play Deceit today as well, which is another one of like, lie and a bunch of people have sorted out, Ryan specifically, that if the round is going smoothly, it's usually me. And so I'll just hear Ryan every now and then going, wait a minute, wait. Everything's going smoothly. And I'll go, no. No.
He screams
Well, that was a different
accusations
one.
first. He just goes, Jeremy! Just like out of the blue.
That was a different one, but he did that at one point. He went, wait, things are going smoothly. And I was like, I know what you're thinking.
Hold on now.
And it was
Let's think about this.
Holy shit, the holidays are here. It's like it snuck up on us or something. You're minding your own business, eating Halloween candy, then cutting the turkey, then boom, holidays. But don't worry, because this episode of Off Topic is sponsored by Movement. Movement Watches has you covered this season with hundreds of watches, blue light glasses, sunnies, and jewelry styles to choose from. Stuff a family member's stocking or your own because you deserve it. Movement is making it easy. Beautiful curated gift boxes, his and hers gift guides, and free and quick shipping right to your door just in time for the holidays. I've been wearing the Modern Sport. It's super sleek, clean. I enjoy the minimalist style. You know, it just gets the job done. It looks great. Great to wear. Very convenient. I like it a lot. Movement watches come in a variety of colors and designs to help you find the look that best fits. Plus, they make the perfect affordable gifts to your family or friends without bankrupting the whole North Pole. Movement watches have sold over 2 million watches in over 160 countries. Movement watches have clean, minimal designs that start at just $95, and to top it off, they have free shipping and free returns. All that's enough to make even Santa blush. Be the big winner this holiday season with a gift from Movement. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com/offtopic. Not getting your holiday bonus until next week, but want to order your watch right now? No worries. Movement now offers buy now, pay later with Klarna payments. Select Klarna at checkout and you can pay over time in 4 easy payments with no fees. No fees. Go to mvmt.com/offtopic. Join the movement.
No, I agree. I'm with Michael. Like, I just love like just running along next to somebody and just turning and shooting the wall and then continuing and listening to everybody go, "Who shot? Somebody shot!"
Right. I do it a lot of times in a room by myself. I was hiding in the bathroom
Oh.
today, just shooting the ceiling, and people were like, "Who's shooting?"
Yeah.
I'm just going.
Jack.
Yeah, because
Jack-
it sets people off.
Another thing is that'll get Jack outside the glitch thing is just throwing a discombobulator, whether it's miles before the round starts or just like right at the beginning. It doesn't hurt anybody. It just shakes up your screen. I'll always throw that out there, and he'll be like, "Wow, somebody did something!" Like,
Yeah.
and like when he gets a little too energetic, that's when I'm like, I think it's him.
I think it's that guy.
that.
Throwing grenades is a good way to set things off.
Yeah, and I never throw them at people. I always chuck them in the corner or something.
Yeah.
And people go, "There's fire!" It's just like no one's around. It's just like
If
in
I
the
see
corner.
fire too, I run into it because I see if it hurts me. Because if it doesn't, I gesture through it.
That's sweet.
And I run into it, I go, oh, it's real!
That's a good point. Now, Ryan and I have been starting to do this thing where I've noticed sometimes when Ryan is guilty, he'll like step back from the group and like, as far as back as possible, probably to snipe someone or to find a hiding place to kill. So he and I both start doing like this in maps. We'll be like,
Right.
like away from
You
the
back
group.
each other
I was
up.
trying to get behind somebody. Yeah.
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 If you do that, you gotta call out that you're with them, though. Because
What
then
would
if
you
they
s-
turn around and bip you, then it's
No,
like,
wild
I'm
game.
absolutely
Really?
silent
Yeah.
the whole time.
oh
That's how this
god,
works.
great.
In all your opinions,
Yes.
what is everyone's like tell? Like Ryan is saying,
I don't know,
for
it's
Jeremy,
kinda all over.
if it's going smooth, well, like it does change, but like lately, it's like if it is going smoothly, like a long play, Jeremy. We kind of caught on to Alfredo, who's now shaking it up a bit, but
His was.
his was. If I'm the bad guy, I say I'm the bad guy, and then I say, "Ooh, I'm the bad guy." Like, all right, he's the bad guy. Like,
Yeah, he's the bad
that's what
guy,
he
but
would
he
do.
did
Okay,
shake
so
that
also-
up.
Gavin is
Ironically.
big on, I think. He'll be quiet for a while, and then someone goes, "Is it Gavin?" And Gavin goes, "What?" And that's it. I'm like, yeah.
Gavin's pretty hard to tell.
Gavin's,
I'll be honest.
for
I
me,
think
the
he's
thing
guilty.
with Gavin is if I'm running around and find Gavin in a random part of the map, it's usually Gavin. Like, not random with someone else trying to kill them.
Yeah.
Random, like, what could I leave here? Or, like, what ability does this do?
Right.
So, like, and which he'll use against me every now and again when he's a jester or something. He'll just go stand in the corner and look at the wall.
Yeah,
As if he's in a
bad.
menu.
You know,
No,
he's
you
doing
know
That
something.
works on everyone once.
You know who does that? Not in a corner when they are the traitor? Jeff. When he's standing in the middle of the
If
room.
you see Master Chief shut down,
and you're like, Jeff's looking through the menu right now, and he does it over
Yeah.
and over again. It's-
Yeah.
Well, he was a traitor.
yeah, he was bad.
Well, you'll see in the Star Wars episode, but with the Star Wars mods, it is kind of awesome to just be like, yeah, I'm bad. Like, it's me.
Yeah, there's some nooks and crannies and like new abilities that we have. Jack and I have similar ones, I think, and I've tried to like tone it down. But if somebody calls you out and you are guilty, you'll be like, what? No, like
Jack is the most obvious
but his
traitor.
is way edgy.
Jack, no matter what he's saying, it's like
Something about I don't know
just
what it is.
knows.
Here's what it is like he
On the traitor now.
if something happens, he will want to draw so much attention to that thing because he didn't do it. So he'll be like, "What? There's a bomb over there!" And like,
it's
and so you're
but
like,
it's crazy.
okay.
But it's like even regardless of what he's talking about, you can just hear
There's
like he's a
something.
traitor.
And I don't know what it is.
He talks
his
more.
pitch changes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there
like
was one time
he can
where-
be talking about nothing. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so you're the traitor. Like it's so.
I
He's,
think there was one where an
he's not
incendiary
good at lying.
Incendiary had gone off, and I was just stood in front of the flames, like down a corridor, and he was like, "Oh, Gavin, you look awesome," and I was like. Why would he compliment me?
He complimented me. I remember that. He
It's
complimented me. I
like,
took him
it's
out.
like a little giddy.
Yeah.
It's funny, you said Jack is bad at lying, and I wonder if that like also translates to some of his performance art, I guess is the way you describe it.
Sure.
But he said he doesn't like scripts, he can't read off of a script, he hates it.
absolutely it translates.
But he's fantastic at doing ad reads or radio spots, things
He's a
like
great
that.
host.
He deals with facts.
But like it's like he's acting when he's lying, and he just completely changes, and it's very obvious for people that sit with him every day.
He's a
and
Hufflepuff.
see him all the
You know,
time.
he's an honest
a
boy.
total
Go,
puff.
little
He's
puff.
a big puff. You know, it's probably a compliment outside of a game where you're supposed to be lying and
Right.
killing your friends.
No, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Ryan used to be like that too. He'd get really defensive. I don't
Fiona's
Yeah,
calmed down.
I think I
that's
called
the
him
You're
out.
talking about
That's the tell
defensive. When
there.
Fiona first started playing, she's like, "I'll kill you! I'll kill you! How dare you! How dare you say it's me? It's you! It's you!" It's like, okay,
No,
it's definitely
and-
Fiona. Calm down.
Now there's two modes to Fiona, and I brought this up to her after the scene. There's two modes to Fiona. There's either that, when she's like, "Oh God," or
she's
she goes,
cold and
Bring
dead
the fucking-
quiet.
"Yeah, dead quiet," and she goes, "That's crazy."
Right?
What?
Well, you can hear her like almost giggle while
Yeah.
she's saying it. Someone also pointed out, Jack is a traitor when he's not carrying a barrel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
oh, Jack's playing the game. He's a traitor. He's usually just going like, "Look at my barrel. Look at my barrel."
I think my tell lately, and maybe this is how Gavin does it, is that I usually end up thinking a lot. Like you go off to a spot of the map to like focus on something. I end up like kind of more quiet than usual because I'm like assessing everything.
And what can I
And
do?
like, what can I do and how can I get away with it? In a crowded room, how do I kill them? Whatever. Because like so many times, just like unannounced, chaos is happening, so I'm not really saying much. I'm letting people do their thing and suss each other out. And then Gavin will just come up to me, like look up at me and go, "I think it's you." And I'll be like, "What?" I'll be like, honestly, I'll have done nothing. I'll genuinely just be like, "Why?" But like he's so like every time he's done that, I feel like it's an 80%
Yeah,
positive ratio.
I've stopped doing that as much because it kind of, like if someone's the hypnotist, it can really screw them up. Like I always know when it's right every time.
It usually doesn't cause a pop off. So it's just cheeky enough that I really appreciate it. Like, like as a content creator, like I think it makes a really funny moment. You're like, "I think it's you," and then you just go, "Good day," and then you walk away.
I'll be on my way now.
And I'm like, "Oh,
It's happened a few
I gotta put him
times.
down."
It happened again in one of the TTTs we just did. But I go up to Gavin occasionally and I'll be like, "Hey, friend," and he'll just kill me. I'm like,
That's when you do it.
I feel like
That's when you do it.
The next time Gavin comes up to me and says, "I think it's you," I'm just gonna murder you.
Yeah, you should.
do it.
My thing to Fredo to not set things off, but to say I think it's him, is I look at him and I go, "This will hurt me." Tell him it will hurt me when I find out he's bad. Like, Fredo, this will actually hurt
Does
me.
Matt have a tell?
He coughs.
Okay.
Shit, he's always guilty.
He coughs twice.
He's always guilty.
Every time he coughs, I fold. It's the weirdest
Speaking
thing.
of liars,
Oh.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
I just was.
You're a liar.
You're doing an
You're a
exclamation.
liar.
I like
Get
to
outta
lie.
here.
I lie all the time. I do. Who wants a drink?
I mean, I'll have one. I'll have a shot.
So, this was a lovely gift from Patrick Salazar. Thank you for the launch of Chump, because my game show just came out this week. Hopefully you guys watched it.
I won't clap, but I'll nod.
Oh man, look at that! Like an erection.
Yeah, that's what it is, right? That's your dick, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Pencil thin.
Oh.
That's fine,
Needle-
though, but it's huge.
needle
What?
penis.
Like one of those
Lengthy?
pretzel sticks.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Those are delicious.
What's wrong?
What happened?
What happened to you?
Oh, I was just fixing my hat.
Oh, okay. I thought you looked like you took a hit or something.
Michael?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Yeah. Fill it up.
Then you poked my eye.
Tell no tales. Dude, people are like, yo, how big are you? And you're like,
I'll
about 5
celebrate
letters.
with you.
5 letters long.
We got 2 more.
Another thing I have noticed, and maybe this is me trying to profess my innocence, and somebody just mentioned it in the chat, is I will. Do you want that one?
I will
don't.
talk about
Is that-
it.
What is that? I will riddle people with accusations a la Jeff. Like, it's you, because I'm just like, everyone stay back.
I just try to rile at all times, whether I'm traitor or not. The biggest thing for me, and I think it's most
hope
of
so.
us,
I'll
is
drink out of
to
this
trying to
you can get the
normalize
obvious
your
thing.
behavior between the two. Because it is like when you're innocent,
Me or him?
your only objective is figure out who the killer is. Like that's all you have to do mentally.
Yeah.
So like it's just like you're thinking of just how to play the game differently. When you're a traitor, it's like how do I get people alone and separate them and kill them.
Yeah.
And like just by virtue of those 2 different tasks, you end up just saying and doing different things. It's not necessarily like, oh no, I know I'm the traitor and now I'm like flubbing my words. It's
Right.
just like it's hard to play like an innocent when you know you have shit to do
Right.
and not just like run the clock out. Because I hate that. I hate when I'm the traitor and you're just waiting for the moment and you're like, there's 30 seconds left in the round and like one person's
Right.
dead. Like you've waited 3.5 minutes.
When I get isolated, like Ryan's really good at like catching me red-handed, and when that happens, I'm just like, yeah, it is what it is, and then I just try to figure out how to sort from there.
So to your show,
hey,
Jeremy,
to Trump,
Hey,
Trump is-
congrats. Hey, thank you. Whoa.
What the hell was
That's
that?
cool too.
That
'cause
is
that's when someone's a chump.
At the end of the
missed
show.
that.
I put that together.
I flexed
didn't
and you
watch
missed.
it.
That's okay.
At the end of the
No,
show,
we all-
you know,
I
I'm
mean,
just like, this
there's
person
nothing to
is,
miss.
and then they do that,
Like bugs.
This person is a.
and then they do it. But they
I like
they were
it.
like, we need you saying chump because we want to like play that sound clip
that
when
your
someone.
voice?
Yeah,
I
they were like
want,
when
like-
someone loses. Well, it's like 2 of my voice
Oh,
and then
yeah.
something else. But I went in there and just said chump like 15 times.
Nice.
You know, and I was like trying to channel Garbo on some of them. But yeah, I was just going in there.
A little
like,
guttural.
"Trump!"
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty
and then, like,
guttural. I can hear the throat.
Yeah.
Did you go with different inflections, like chomp?
And yeah, somehow, yeah. So some of them I was going like chump.
I want like a squeaky toy where it goes, and it's like,
Well, at one point they're like, "How many sound effects do you want us to like put in the show? Like, do you want us to have a lot of sound effects or something like that?" Because even like when I'm introducing the deceivers on it,
yeah.
they don't like. There isn't a live audience to clap for them. Instead, they play clapping sounds, and I was like, "Oh, they're gonna play like an audience
I'll come
clapping
clap for
sound."
you.
Stuff like that. They play that.
Golf clap.
Clap.
That's what they play. And then when they
That's kinda
introduce John or
satisfying.
Gavin, they boo. Yeah.
They put John, I think, in there.
Not. Oh no, they gave a little laugh and then a golf clap. That's what it was. But yeah, the show's all about.
That annihilated me. That
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
It's just like
Well,
burning
here,
my gullet.
I had the one that like curves in, and so I had to like, it had to like
Yeah, yeah.
fall
You have
out,
to
and then it
fish it out.
sat in my mouth for a bit. And I,
Lick it out like a
Yeah,
like
it's
a dog.
strong.
it's a strong one.
I like it.
It's
got-
one.
that was
It's
a single
110
on you.
proof. That's 55%. That's 15 more than normal whiskey.
Oh, so
Hey, Gavin.
Gavin's gone.
coming
All
out
of
your
our eyes are like we're crying. They're all watery.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm talking about the show.
So the well, no, she was like,
That's how
She
this
was
works.
getting them back
Have
on
you ever
track.
been
We
on a
were
podcast, Michael?
No.
wow,
Yeah, okay.
hard.
This is 4 years old.
4 years old
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
Tyler said.
tomorrow.
Golf
So
clap.
happy
Yeah.
birthday,
It's-
off topic as well. Well done. Wow. Yeah, Chump is all about lying. It's just like we play games with 3 deceivers. They're called
Liars.
liars. They're the liars. And then one contestant who was Gavin on the episode we did yesterday. It should be out. So if you're a first member, you could have watched it live yesterday.
It's out now.
It's
Let's
out now
use
on the
days so
site.
it doesn't get
So,
confusing.
all right. So Wednesdays, it's live, 5 p.m. Central Time. Thursdays, it comes out on the site.
For first members.
For first members, you can watch it on the site. And then Friday, I believe it comes out on the site for everyone and on YouTube.
And
Is
where
that
is it on
correct?
YouTube?
Yes.
All right.
Where is it on
And
YouTube?
it's on youtube.com/Rooster Teeth.
It's on the Rooster Teeth channel.
It's a
It's
Rooster
a
Teeth.
great one to watch live, though. Like,
It's so
if you
fun.
have time and you're available at that time, I recommend watching it.
Because
How
the audience
long
is
is
like
it?
a
Then you can
contestant.
play along.
How long
you
is
get
it?
to
An episode?
We aim for 30 minutes. This one went 40. I mean, it will cut down a little bit, but it totally depends on who the contestant is and who the deceivers are. Like Gav would really think about stuff.
Yeah.
Because some were like, you can ask this person 3 questions about what
And it
what an
wasn't
item
interesting.
does.
Like,
Or,
the way I was going for it is that like they're coming up with stories and shit, or like lying about some stuff, but they like pre-thought about a lot of stuff. And it was all like really interesting stuff I wanted to ask, but I instead tried to ask them questions that they maybe hadn't have thought about.
Yeah, no, which is a good idea.
Like instead of like hearing about the thing, I'd be like, "What's this tiny thing related
What's
to
the
the thing?"
detail about that? Yeah.
So basically,
clever.
and yeah, so what he's saying is like one of the games is like we have a weird item and only one of them knows what the item does. So before the show, we'll show them the item and go like, start to think about what this could do, and then one person we go, here's what this actually does. So
The other two guess as to what the item is and then kind of invent.
They invent what this item is and try to convince
that's
Gavin
awesome.
that's what it is. Another one is like there's a box that one of them has a bizarre item in and a bizarre item. And then the other two have to they just have empty boxes.
Dude,
and
I wanna do that.
It's really
fun. Be on
It's
the
a
show.
good improv
Yeah.
exercise.
I'll be on
And
whenever
like,
you want.
like you said with Jack, Jack is not a great liar. He's like, I will be the contestant anytime you need me. He specifically says the contestant.
That's the beauty of the show too, is like you could have Jack on as one of the liars, but have two other people who also are terrible at lying, and then there's no way that you could know.
We've talked about that for like some of the final episodes of having like the best liars and then like the worst liars. Like there are some people who are not great at it, like Chris isn't great at lying.
Chris tells the truth, but it sounds like he's lying.
Yeah.
Because what he's saying is
Yeah.
insane.
And Alfredo
Yeah.
is the same way because Alfredo always sounds like he's like every time it sounds like he's lying. And even when he's telling the truth. And it stumped Jack when we did some test episodes. But yeah, if you're there live, you play along, you're a contestant, so the audience can win or the audience can actually lose and be the chump that week. They do things like there'll be little pop-ups on the screen during the episode. You'll see this when it comes out on the site, when it comes on YouTube. Like the audience will write something in the chat and that will come up on the screen. So like you'll actually see
That's
stuff
really cool.
from the chat popping up. So if you write something in chat,
I
it might
think there
come
were
up on
so many people playing live that the site exploded.
Yeah, there was like hundreds and hundreds of people voting for every round.
That's awesome.
It was insane. Yeah. So the site went like.
So it's a different experience to watch it live, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, obviously you get to play along,
you get
so
to play.
like you get to be a part
And
of
we're
the
gonna clarify
episode
how the
and-
voting works a little more in the next episode to hopefully keep the chat from being so insane.
Hey,
yeah.
do you want to watch a clip?
Yes.
You got a clip ready?
You got a clip?
Roll that train footage.
I had just broken up with my girlfriend in Houston, and I was driving back to Austin, and cop asked why I was driving so fast. I just wanted to come home because I just gotten dumped.
Do you think you have the kind of face that a police officer would take pity on?
I think I have the kind of face that a lot of people take pity on. I think he was probably sad that my one chance at having a girlfriend was over with, and that was it for me.
Yeah, that was Gus telling a story about how he got out of a speeding ticket, which may or may not be true. So, and the other good thing about Chump, or so I've been told, the stories that they're telling there, like they're telling true stories. It's just not necessarily theirs. Like Gus saying, I told a sad story to get out of a speeding ticket. Could have been Sam's story, could have been John's story, could have been his story. They're just all jumbled up.
Gotcha.
And at the end, we have a post show for Chump where we just kind of stand around, we grab some beer and we talk about the stories and actually elaborate on them. So if you want to hear all the true stories and the backgrounds of those, that's in the post show.
I think it's the best post show we do because at the end of the episode, you're like, I need to know more about that.
A lot of people wanted to hear the true stories and stuff like that. Yeah.
Also, you've made a game show that you would be the best at, but you're the host.
But that's why he can't play. That's what a host is.
I'm not allowed
That's the
to
host
play.
you
We should
want.
at some point have someone guest host so you can play.
That's the host you
The
want.
only thing I've talked about doing in terms of me playing is in that game, because we get a true fact from everyone and then we jumble them up. I've talked about in that game, one of the facts is mine. And so the people have to be like, which two facts belong to them and then which one is actually mine. And they kind of figure it out. But maybe I'll play at some point.
If someone like set their friend on fire, I'm like, that's Jeremy. That one's probably him. Like, yeah, we were punching each other to see who would throw up first.
Oh, okay. Well, that's how you hang out with people.
That's how you hang out.
Michael does this thing every now and again. It happened we played Faking It recently.
Okay, all right.
And no, it's if I don't like pick you for something, or if there's something that quote unquote insults you, you'll really let me know about it and make me feel very bad about it. It was like, who would you like out of the people here? You had to be stranded on a desert island with someone. Like, who would it be? and I think I picked Ryan
You did.
because I was like,
Oh, you did. I wrote it down.
I think Ryan could make stuff and like be, you know,
Yeah, he would
even,
make
like,
a great boat out of your bones.
Well, I just
Skin you and make
Right,
it well.
right?
I think-
That's what everyone knows.
I think he'd just be resourceful and stuff like that.
I'll be honest, real Ryan, that's persona. Real Ryan, he would cry and be like, Jeremy, I'm scared. I miss my family.
I think he'd be
Yeah.
able to know how to make things. And so, but anyways, I pointed at him, and instead of being like, I think Jeremy's lying, or I think that he's the liar or anything, Michael just went, how dare you? And like, it was like pointing at me. He was like, how dare you, Jeremy?
Yeah.
And I
And then-
instantly
and
thought,
then-
I was like, if I could change it.
And then the next round, it was like, you know, whatever. I don't even remember the question. It's like, you know, point at the person or whatever. Or no, it was like vote for whatever. I don't remember what the hell it was. I remember I pointed at you and I went, I don't even think it's you. I'm just mad from the last round.
Yeah, it was.
It's just like, I want you gone.
Yeah, you just were mad at me. And then, but it came back because one of the writing rounds where it asks you a question, you have to write the response to it. One of them was like something your grandfather would say. And I just, I leaned over to Mike going, you're going to like this one. And they all came up. I forget what mine was just, oh God.
It was, you were like, I don't know how I did that round. Cause it was like, you had to answer 3 questions. And I go, cause was it dumb or what, like, was it real or was it funny? And Jeremy's like, it's kind of both. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And at that point, like, I knew we both, cause the faker has different questions.
Yeah.
So I knew that you weren't the faker because I knew exactly what question you were talking about. And it was like, yeah, what would your grandparents say? And I think you said, oh God.
I wrote, oh God.
And I wrote, they were covered in their blood.
That was it. Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
They were covered in their blood.
As soon as that came up, you're like, it's not him. Yeah, we're
like
good.
that moment,
We're clear. We're clear.
Now, when Jeremy voted for Ryan, were you more upset that he didn't vote for you or the fact that he voted for Ryan?
Both. I was equally upset.
Because we had another round of the exact same game months ago when it said, who would you want to hug if you were at a party? And you went, Jeremy,
Michael
he's
picked
my
me.
bro. And I was like, what the fuck?
Michael
I'm
picked
right
me
next
instead of
to you.
Lindsay.
Yeah. They're married.
so
I
who
see
they
every
would
damn
hug.
day. You know what I mean? Like a party.
Bullshit.
That's cool, you know? This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Tipsy Elves. No holiday party is complete without getting your ultra festive holiday clothing from Tipsy Elves. Tipsy Elves sells one-of-a-kind Christmas sweaters, dresses, family pajamas, and onesies that reveal your hilarious holiday alter ego and score bragging rights for having the best Christmas sweater at the party. Like the one Jeremy and I have.
Yeah. Hey.
You
What
know what I mean?
What
You
a
want to show up
sweater.
to a party? They got funny stuff. They got Santa riding a shark with a trident. They got like
You got a sticky one you can throw ping pong balls at.
we have that one. We
Little
have an
drinking
assortment
game
of them
one?
back
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
I got
office.
that one.
Anything you're looking for, they got you covered, and you're sure to win the crazy sweater contest at your party or family gathering. Like we're winning Off Topic right now.
We're winning it.
Nobody else even showed up because they know they were gonna lose.
Losers.
Tipsy Elf offers outrageous Christmas sweater designs that are one of a kind, seriously high quality, and crazy comfortable. This is a very comfy
very nice,
sweater.
very nice.
Skip all the chit chat and bring some fun into your holiday party. They've got everything from full-on furry Santa blazer and tie to a happy birthday Jesus ugly sweater, and with a wide range of men's and women's sizes, everyone can get their ideal comfortable fit. But Tipsy Elves isn't just for Christmas. They offer a one-stop shop for all your holiday clothing needs. Cozy up for a movie night in their ultra comfy onesies, or get a set of matching pajamas for family photos. Going to a white elephant party? Could
Man,
be.
you might be.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Tipsy Elves has done the shopping for you with carefully curated gifts sections. Aren't you a lucky little elf? So say no thank you to boring this year. Try one of the hilariously awesome designs from Tipsy Elves. Go to tipsyelves.com/offtopic now to get 20% off your entire order. That's tipsyelves.com/offtopic for 20% off today.
It's
So, like-
something about who would give the best hugs, I think is what the question is.
That also is probably what it was.
Yeah, it's who gives the best
What
hugs.
if
Jeremy's
it was
like
hand
fighting
jobs?
and I'd still put
It's
Jeremy.
the bro hugs.
Yeah, but let me
Just
throw this
to
out
check it
there.
out there.
I have
Drugs.
tits, and those are nice and soft when you hug them. Jeremy does
Excuse
not.
me?
You have pecs.
When Jeremy, why do you think I'm trying to get him to drink beer all the time and eat the sandwiches and shit?
You
I
wanna
want him to
hug
get
that
bigger
one or that
tits.
like bags of sand.
There was another moment recently, very, very similar to the How Dare You, where it was like earlier this week. Again, we've talked about this at length. People know, I got fucking getting a ton of weight last year, and I was like, I need to chill out because I was just like on a warpath of like fast food and shit. And then I was like, all right, I need to chill
fast
out.
track.
And then fast track to quick death.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, I need to chill out, lose weight, level out. And I'm more like, I eat good, I eat bad, I eat good, but like within a week, you know, you go hard in either direction. Jeremy's like, I ate fucking garbage 9 days in a row, or he's like, I haven't eaten in 3 days. It's like, you know, like I
And my weight fluctuates with that.
Jeremy will gain and lose weight at an insane amount, you know, within like weeks.
I have like 10-pound differences in weeks.
Right, like my scale is over the course of months. Your scale is over the course of like 10 days.
Yep.
So 1 week, I'll come in on Monday, bring in kolaches and donuts, and Jeremy's like, fill me up! And he's like eating fucking kolaches and donuts. Next week, he's like, yeah, I can't eat until 9 p.m. and then I'm done. And I'm just like, all right, that's, there's, and much like I like manipulating, you know, where I'm like, eat that. Jeremy, I don't bother, because he's just like, if he's not eating, I'm like, cool. He's just like, I need to lose weight, I'm fat as shit right now, I'm not doing it. So then he doesn't do it.
Correct.
So we were doing something earlier this week, and I was just like, oh shit, you know, I was like, oh, check that out. And I busted out the voodoo that we've got. Stockpiles
Always around the office.
Stockpiles. Kent's the keeper of the voodoo. He's got it next to his desk.
Yes.
And I had it, and I was like, boom, and you're like, oh yeah. Oh no. You like remembered mid-sentence, like, I can't drink that right now.
No beer.
Like,
Yeah.
like I'm chilling out right now. And I went, yeah, one of those. All right. Took it as a
that
slight.
ripped through me.
Took it as a slight. Like, how dare
Nothing hurts me more than
dare
turning
you.
down a drink,
How dare
honestly.
you.
I'd rather insult someone to their face than turn down a drink.
That, well, I mean, that's what you did.
It's the same to me.
Are you like that with everything else in your life? Like 0 or 100%? No happy medium? Or is it just with like
Just as good.
I just don't believe in happiness. No, I don't know. Not to the same extent, but like, you know, even, you know, Kat's like, you gotta eat food and stuff like that. And I'm like, she's like, you know, she's like, you're not gonna lose weight by not eating food. I'm like, you're wrong.
Eventually you will. Eventually.
Yeah.
You know,
I was
and
like,
that's
I
a very
understand
healthy
it's not healthy
mindset.
to do it, but it works.
Kat left a very lovely comment on
Trevor-
Instagram
Trevor
also.
is just-
Thank you. Yeah, what's up?
What's up? Oh, I was just thinking. I try to gain weight. That's like I have to do
See,
the opposite.
Trevor, I did that for years, and then it worked.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
If I wait
too hard.
if I wait till my
There's
age
good
is
weight
high
and bad
enough,
weight.
and then my weight will.
Going to McDonald's every day is not good weight.
No.
I kept telling my trainer,
But
like,
that's what I mean.
I got the weight. She's like, stop. Stop getting the weight.
That's the thing.
It's
though,
mass.
when you do it, it's bad for all of us because you use your gut as like a weapon.
You mean it's good for all of
weapon.
us? That's funny.
Well, yeah.
Michael's gut is out next to me a lot.
She kept saying, like, my trainer, like, I talk about like being a fat piece of shit and like being like, you know, on camera and doing, you know, whatever, like a job where you're in front of the camera and people see you, whatever. And she was like, you know, yeah, like I'm sure you want to lose weight because, like, you know, you don't want to look like that on camera. I go, no, that's awesome. I love that. I don't want to be fat and be a piece of shit at home because that is not funny. I was like, it's funny at work, but I'm like, bah.
Yeah.
And Gavin's like, get away from me. Put your stomach away. That's funny. I love that. Then I get home and my kids are like, let's play. And I was like, I'm too tired.
Roll over.
Oh,
I'm there
like,
like
that's
viewer
the shitty
with
part.
tunnel vision because your gut is my entire peripheral.
He has it up. He gets
I
it
love
over
that.
the nips, too.
Yeah, I do over the nips usually. There was
And
a
you're just like, yeah, you just.
there was a
He just
video.
rubs it and gives a little slap.
There was a
Yeah.
video on I think it was the Achievement Hunter, like Twitter, social media, whatever. That was like us. It was like a Dusk Boys post, like dancing to the Dusk Boys. It was just like dancing in the office. I don't remember if we were actually dancing to Dusk Boys at the time, or that's what they put in.
We were.
I think we were, cause like, you know, a lot of times they'll put whatever music they want to whatever the hell we're doing in the office.
Yeah. Because there's no audio.
Because there's no audio. And we're all like dancing and doing shit. And in the video, I like pull my shirt up above my nips, and I'm like nip dancing in the video. That's pretty
Just
common.
like starts moving.
That's
It
I'm
doesn't
just
stop until someone notices.
That's
like, you'll be
pretty
going-
cool. I'll do
you
it
would have
for
gone
2
beyond the
minutes.
end of the song if you had to.
Usually, I'll just stand next to Jeremy doing something until he finally looks at me. And it'll
Right.
be like, it'll either be, I genuinely didn't notice this, or like, oh my God, or he'll just be like, yeah, I see it. All right,
do
just
that.
tell me. I need to know. I'm 20 seconds in. I can't just stop
You
now.
will need access to a light, which is like I've noticed you.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Turn it on.
Bing! I'm like,
good.
all right, cool. Like a flight attendant, you know? I'm like,
I've
I'm back at my
noticed
desk.
you like.
Obviously, with that, you're actively ignoring the gut factor that's happening.
The gut
But
factor.
I've found, and I was
How dare
just,
you.
just talking to Ryan about this, how working in Achievement Hunter has kind of like fucked up my social norms with people because as we record, we're looking at our computers, our monitors, and we're recording and talking to each
100%.
other.
This has been a problem for years
I'm
for
talking
me.
to Michael, but I'm not
Yep.
looking at him. So people talk to me in the real world, and I'm like, yeah, I got it, thank you. And I'm like, God, I'm fucking being so rude.
I talk to people a lot without looking at them.
Yeah.
And it comes off as kind of crazy.
Yes.
And I
but it's
listen a lot.
douchey.
Or like
looking at
super
I'm
antisocial, or
just
just
so
It can come
used
off as
to,
like, yeah.
either. Yeah.
or just like you're a piece of shit. or
Right.
Like, look at
You're
me.
one of the
Look
two.
at
You're
me.
either mean
You can
or
also come off as
antisocial.
just like a shy person.
I'm
People don't make eye
so-
contact
well,
when they talk,
but again,
you know?
but like the antisocial thing or like shy is usually like, I'm looking away or whatever. I'll just be like, well, I'm talking to Lindsay like, great. Yeah, let's do it next week.
I
All
look
right,
at
cool.
like a bunch of things because I'm just analyzing
just
details
take
of things
in stuff, yeah.
while I'm
There's a lot
talking.
to look at in the world.
absolutely
And then I realize I'm
a-
like, to them I probably just look like a madman. I'm like talking like this and looking around.
For me, it's absolutely a byproduct of making videos. Because again, and it's
yeah.
like, it's not just like, I'm looking forward, I'm focusing on this thing. It's like, I'm used to seeing a pretend version of the person. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like, we're playing TTT, and I'm staring at Oddjob, and I'm talking to Gavin. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Like, I don't need to look at Gavin right to talk
That
to him.
is Gavin.
I'm like,
Oddjob.
that's you, and then I know you're looking at me. We're in the game. I go, look at me. Look at me. And then I'll watch Oddjob turn and look at me with a gun, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Or
Yeah.
whatever. And it's just two insane human beings looking straight ahead, sitting next to each other, having a conversation, never looking at each other in real life. It's only like after the avatars are gone, or like I'm blown up or dead or whatever, and then like I'll look at Gavin because either he killed me or I died in some
We've
manner
had that
or whatever.
conversation after gameplay where we're like in the game, we're talking about things, and then we're like, hey, look at me. No, in the office. Like, turn your chair
Yeah, you
around
have to
and
say
look
in
at
real
it.
life.
There's,
real life.
there's
Look
a
in
lot,
real life,
There's
yeah.
a lot of me's that get thrown out. Like, oh, look at me. Watch me do this. No, over there.
Yeah. We exist in a lot of
It
places.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely makes real life bizarre.
Yes. Well, it adds to the talking about being shy or not liking eye contact. I hate it too. And like, I can do max eye contact with someone before I feel uncomfortable is like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but you're even like you establish it and then it's okay.
And then I
dude.
look down.
Yeah, I'm the
This is
same.
my
No, I'm the
spot.
same way. I do the same thing. Yeah.
You can see it in the podcast. As I start telling a story, I'm like, Gavin, okay, take a pull.
I like the idea of you doing that at like your
Gavin,
wedding.
bro.
Where you're like looking Michael in the eyes, then you're like, I do.
My
Just
shoes.
too long. Too much eye
I
contact.
do. Oh no. This a sad take on
Sad
that.
I do.
We filmed another thing yesterday, and it started like this.
Yeah.
Oh, people have been asking about it. People have been asking about that jet.
Lasso alarm. Finally, the day is upon us.
Reach
Halo
came out.
Reach.
And what's great is there's not even an achievement for it this time.
It's
not
just
what's
No
pride.
achievement, yeah.
I mean,
Right.
you're the only
The
one that
achievements
cares.
in
I
here.
really do care.
I know. I like it.
Yeah.
My nipple.
But let's,
My nipple.
like many things in my life, like I like getting the achievement. It's cool. Like, oh, there's a lasso achievement. Like we did Halo 3 for the last lasso, and I was like, cool, we got the lasso achievement. Now I have 80 out of 600 achievements. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I don't care. Gavin trying to get every single achievement in Master Chief. They added Reach, and there's no lasso achievement. And on one hand, Michael, as a single human being, is like, oh man, why is there no lasso achievement? That's crazy. Like, it's still a playlist. It's still a thing you can do. Why would there not be achievement for it? But he was like, there's no achievement? I'm like, that's funny. Take that. You know what I mean? Like, it bothers me less because like he wants it and he should have it. It's crazy that there's like 100 achievements.
Yeah, 100
They added
achievements,
100 achievements,
which is more than there were in Reach original.
and there's no lasso achievement, which is wild.
That's weird.
It's
I mean,
very
I feel
weird.
like it would have bothered me if we weren't making videos. Like, I don't
Right,
give
like at
shit
home,
that there's no
because
achievements.
you've been
like
you were doing it all anyway.
Yeah.
That's-
Well, it took me like 6 months to convince people to do Lasso in Halo 3. Like, I'd bring it up and you'd be like, you're an insane person. It would take hours.
But we weren't talking about lasso.
Well, we're talking about Lasso in Halo
You're
3.
talking about anything, and I'm like, you're an insane person.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were like, "Bleh."
But really, with Lasso, I was like, we could do this, and you were like, it would take all day. I'd be like, well, yeah.
yeah.
And then that we just went away, and then when we did the Halo month, I was like, I'm gonna bring up
That's what
Lasso
brought it
again.
back.
You know what
Yeah.
Lasso is? It's like
We got
finding
poisoned
Reddit.
by Halo Month.
Reddit. Lasso's like finding Reddit during finals week. It's just like it never comes up at a good time
not
because
really,
we're like,
dude,
we get the holidays, so
right
we have
now
to
is
record 2
awful.
weeks ahead.
Yeah, well, that's
Right
why
now
we,
is
we
and
just,
we're like, you know what? We're gonna laugh.
we just
Jeremy and
have to
I-
blow one down it, just like get ahead, and then I think we're good.
I mean, we're already ahead. now we wait till next week. Jeremy and I were looking at the calendar this morning, of like what we need to film, and we're just like, whew. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. It was
Michael
like,
came up,
woof,
and
but I was like,
Michael
we'll get it
came up
done.
behind my desk. He put his hands on his hips, leaned back, and went, "Red's good, right?"
Yeah, I was like,
Like
we
looking
wanna
at the
see-
calendar,
we
and
wanna
red
see
means it's not filmed
right?
yet.
That means we're ready to go and we're done, right?
And I was like, that actually means we have
That's
two
not what it
videos.
means.
We're ready.
So we were talking about it, and then Ryan on the other side of the room, which is, I'm kind of shocked because he usually doesn't care about anything. He's
Right.
like, well, I don't care, whatever. He's just like, what are we looking at here? He walks around and goes, oh!
He goes,
ooh, we got to do that. I go, we'll get it done. We'll get it. We always get it done.
We get it
We've
done.
always got it done forever.
I did like Sarah coming in yesterday and asking in desperation that we filmed a seat because we needed one.
Yeah, and
The
you guys
second-
did it today.
Yes, but the second she left the room, everyone went.
Well,
let's-
I know we came in and said the seat, and then Gavin erased it, and then I think it was Trevor, because we were all talking about LASO. He wrote, did Trevor write LASO?
Yeah, he wrote
LASO
times 4.
times 4,
Next
which
to
is just
LASO.
absurd.
Which, that would be impossible.
Even
Couldn't do that in a day.
me sitting there who's in LASO, I go, well, that's like we're here till 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the seat on top and underneath was Lasso, and I was like,
And
She's gonna move it across.
Then I
hey,
noticed
Lasso?
later in the day, I went, did she come back in and rewrite the seat? Like she
wrote
came in
it
and was
again.
like, how dare you? And then wrote it again.
well, and what I can say
fun
about
game.
Reach Lasso, in my opinion, is much harder than Lasso in 3.
You think?
I'm choking
It's,
on a
you
beard
think
hair
so?
or something.
It's a hard
Yes,
game.
and here's why I think that.
Why?
Yeah, that's another beard hair I've had in my
Jeremy
mouth.
has been choking on beard
All
hairs
day.
all day.
Yeah,
the beardy man.
yeah. Well, no, my favorite thing, it was during Awu, I was
thing.
talking and a beard hair got in there, and I went,
Just inhaling your own face?
yeah. And I was like, well, it's like if
Falling
one
apart,
comes
you're
off,
shedding.
it will go in. And so I said, after I did the ad read, I was like, man, I had a beard hair in there for that whole ad read. And Lindsay went, yours? I was like, yes, mine.
No, yours.
I was like, of course mine.
You don't know.
Fair.
But
You don't know.
I
Hair
do
gets
think
everywhere.
I think Reach is a lot harder than 3.
Reach
And-
is hard because every elite is like a boss.
Yeah.
Dude,
weapons don't
it's
do it.
rough.
Like
I was-
in 3, even in Lasso, right? Like in Halo 3, the brutes, because there's no elite enemies, it's just the brute enemies. Those guys, you have a plasma pistol, you still strip all of their armor
and
off with one plasma pistol.
The biggest threats are the chieftains because they can go invincible for a little bit.
They do that. It's like,
Yeah,
But you
they-
can still thump them and stuff.
but like brutes, you just boop boop. Dead.
There was one elite yesterday where I think we hit it with 5 fully charged plasma pistols and the shield was
They
still
don't give
Yeah.
a shit.
Still?
What's
Yeah.
funny is though, like
That's
no
too much.
one was more real. So it's like, fuck, that's the situation. And
Yeah.
we're gonna deal with it, right? Like that's Lasso and Reach is like, man, these guns don't have a great effect. Moving on. We filmed 2 videos yesterday. Still, an hour into the second video, Ryan just could not grasp reality. Where he's like, it does nothing! Why are you giving me these guns? You!
Yeah, we're
Damn
like,
you!
"But we know they do nothing!"
And I was like, we know this. Come on. I agree with you, but how many times we need to circle back that these guns don't do anything?
The only way to deal with elites
Punch 'em in the back.
is to just bum rush them with all 4 of us. They don't know who
You
to
try
swing
to
at,
get
and you
as
hit them in the
many
back.
people as to go, hey, oh, hey, oh,
But every now and again,
someone
they
sneaks
back
around
kick and take out 2 of you.
They kick like mofos. I would say Gavin was the primary, like, sneak up behind him and punch him, and
Yeah.
every now and then they just turn around and just like, Gah! And they just
Yeah.
kick you in the head. and you're
Dude, there
dead.
was one bit I watched it back.
so many.
We counted. I tried to take on 2 elites with a sword, and I actually like got him down. I hit him 11 times with the sword.
Yeah.
Oh.
Between
Yeah.
the 2 of them,
Like,
11 times. that
And
took him out.
I just couldn't get around the back, so I'm like going like, ah, help, ah!
And he was just screaming. And that whole thing I was watching from the
remember it
back because
being
I didn't
that
want to ruin
hard.
it. And like Gab's in there
Did you do
swinging.
Lasso?
What?
Lasso.
Way back, yeah.
You did Lasso?
Damn.
Back in the day.
Lasso used to come up in the
You
in like the
and me both,
weekly
Alfredo.
challenges.
Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
They would
He
actually
doesn't know.
you get benefits from doing Lasso back in the day.
But the next lasso we have to do is gonna be fucking rough.
We're gonna actually lasso people.
Yeah.
That's
That would make it easier,
Surprise.
dude.
No, there's
do
a
it.
lot of
I'm
elites.
There's-
fine, I'll leave him there.
There's many moments in both parts where it's like, help! He's looking at me! He's like, get him! Get him!
Right.
Get
He's
him!
chasing you, his back's open.
It's like,
Yeah.
we end up getting stuck at, chokehold checkpoints where it's like, okay, this is the strategy we're gonna try for the next 10 or 15 minutes. So you just do it again and again and again and again. And it doesn't always work the same way. They don't do the same things.
Yep.
But like there was one part in particular, I think in part 2, where like Gavin and I were trying to coax a specific sword elite, pull him out, he'd run at me, and Gavin would try and hit him in the
That's
back.
where the 11 sword
while
thing
he was
happened.
running at me.
Yeah.
And then you were like around the corner with Ryan doing a whole other thing.
I was just killing the grunts.
So every time you would see me running through the corner going, help, help! And like either he would kill them and then we would die seconds later from something else, or you would just see my body come flying.
I would see an explosion of blood and then
Yeah.
Michael's body.
There he is.
Every now and
I
again,
either
too,
got
Michael would die on
plasmid,
screen.
I either got plasmid and my corpse would come flying in, or I'd be screaming, help me! And the elite would cut me in the back before Gavin
and
could
usually
get him.
the cutting would happen because there's limited sprint. Like that's an
There's
armor
sprints and
ability.
armor up,
So
right.
I would be like, I'm coming.
Right, you can only sprint for a very short period
Do
of
they
time.
breathe heavily too?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
You can hear him. You play multiplayer. All you hear is people go like,
And
All you hear in multiplayer.
my favorite thing with Michael dying off screen, because it was always Michael for some reason that would die just out of frame for me.
That was just
But
that was the situation.
we were just always in those situations. One of them, I turned around and you went, "Oh God!" And then I just saw guns and grenades hit the deck. Like all your items came out of you, and they all just landed on the floor. And that's all I saw. I was like,
Have you guys touched multiplayer yet?
Yes.
Gabby's been playing.
a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all I was playing.
I text
yesterday.
him. He doesn't answer me.
Oh yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how is it on PC?
What?
Okay, all right, never mind.
I was playing a bunch of it this morning. I came in kind of early today, and I was playing a bunch of it. I
You have
thought,
water in your mouth.
contrary to what I thought,
Yeah.
I play 10 times better with the controller than I do with the
here's
mouse
the
and
thing. See,
keyboard.
for me personally, I know I do. The issue of playing on PC with a controller is, do you stand a chance against the people that do use mouse and keyboard and are competent?
Probably not.
Yes.
And usually
Yeah.
you don't. But
'Cause
Halo's
aim-
a pretty good game for controller.
Aim assist with a controller on the PC version is nuts. Like it just whoop and goes right over.
And it's like I was playing SWAT. I love playing SWAT.
That's so good.
I
It's so
downloaded
fun.
it. at
And
home.
like I was playing,
Play it.
I was playing with the mouse and I was shooting. And I just was like, God, like I'm sucking. Like I'm just not getting these things. I'm not hitting it in the right spot. Also, I noticed when I turned on SWAT and my reticle came up, I was like, oh, my thing was a little off. Like where my tape was to show me where
Ryan
the
said the
blind
same
skull.
thing.
Blind skull. You have no reticle.
I forgot how annoying it was to have like be zoomed in, get hit, and get popped out of your zoom.
Yep.
But, like,
Oh,
I
it's
hate
awful.
that.
And,
And
like-
then the bloom, and I was like, oh man.
Bloom, dude. Especially with
like,
a pistol, you could be like,
oh.
gonna go, and then you realize your bullets are going like, beep, beep, boop, 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 boop.
I was like, no, I gotta pace my shots. But like with a mouse and keyboard, it's still you have that precision aim, but it's very floaty with a mouse and keyboard. It's
Yeah.
not completely.
And like I
one-to-one
think
in my
another thing
opinion.
that doesn't help that with the mouse and keyboard and that precision of it is like, sure you have a battle, you know, a DMR or assault rifle or something, and you get the precision over to them and start. But Halo is one of those things where it's not like in Siege where it's like, switch over that guy, he's dead now. Switch over, he's dead or I'm dead. Halo, what Michael said is like,
That's why
you
I'm
go
good
over to
at
them,
it.
you go, ah, and lay in for a while, and they're laying in
Like,
eventually.
I'm
Like,
good at like longer engagements, and it's like why am I'm good at a game like Halo and Gears of War, whereas like Call of Duty and Siege is like you're dead, you're dead,
Yeah.
you're dead. I was describing it to
Not that
Jeremy
SWAT
today.
isn't that
We're
much,
like
yeah.
SWAT is,
Love
but like
SWAT.
the
Love SWAT.
generic Halo. Halo's a game where you're like, oh, I'm getting a shot in the back. What's happening here? All right, you're dead. You know, you have like you have the time to go. What's happening? Because the bullets, like especially with like an assault rifle, they fly everywhere. You need to shoot them with like 100 bullets to kill them, and it's very much like you can have 4 seconds or whatever, like 2 seconds of being shot, turn around, and still win that fight with the same gun. If you jump, and because you jump high as shit in Halo, you know what I mean? You can like hide behind a thing or whatever, and like because you need so many bullets, there's so many, there's times you're both reloading behind a rock, like go. And again, Siege is like, poof, you're dead.
yeah,
And like I'm terrible at those games.
It's interesting what muscle memory you retain. Like I looked in my Halo.bungie.net stats, which are all still up, by the way. And I last played Halo Reach in 2012. So it was like, I was like, man, I haven't played this in so long. Picked the armor lock loadout. I was like, oh, this is bringing back good memories and stuff. But I was like, oh, I don't remember this map very well. But I just got into a one-on-one with someone with armor lock, and immediately just like instinctively went like, and then you release it and it like blows their shield off, smack them in the face. I was like, oh, that's how armor lock works. But I didn't remember it, and I was just, it
It's
just
just the
felt
muscle
like,
memory.
yeah, I was just
you
like,
just knew like going through
And
the
I was like,
motions.
whoa, I did that, and I didn't even remember you could do that.
yeah.
it's just like built
dude,
in.
Armor lock is. I was harshly reminded today
Yeah,
about how annoying
it's
armor lock
really
can be.
annoying.
It's really
It's
annoying.
annoying.
I was playing a
though.
4v4.
just didn't go,
I was just
hate
playing,
it.
Slayer, and the other team had like all armor lock as their ability. So like you'd be like grinding someone down, and as soon as they felt their shield pop, they'd armor lock. So like you'd be like hammering someone, and then they'd armor lock, hoping that then their teammate would show up to then
In
start
which a
engaging
good
you.
team,
And they
that's what
follow.
happens.
And it's just like it was just like so annoying to try
I
to
spent
take
my
that
whole
down.
first match like, okay, let me adjust settings, adjust that, and then the next game I played in Hang 'em High, and I dropped like 30 kills. And I was
I think
like,
it's that-
oh,
dude,
there's all the
that map.
familiar
Well, because
feelings.
it's called High Noon, isn't
It's
it?
High
Yes,
Noon
it's because
in-
it's the
yeah,
remake of it.
it's the remake.
That I mean, listen. For
Hang 'em
someone
high.
like you, I'm sure it's great.
Overwatch.
For me, that map does not lend itself to SWAT. you will get.
Dude, I had the
fucked
biggest grin
up.
on my face, exterminating
Oh.
teams. It was a good time.
So in Halo 3, we had the most trouble with the very first level, Sierra 117 on LASO.
Yeah.
I would say that level and Cortana. Was
Oh, that
not
was because
great
of
either.
us slitting each other's
Yeah,
throats.
Yeah.
it was
But
definitely
I feel
trouble.
like all of the filth in Halo Reach is still to come.
Oh, we
There's
haven't touched filth yet.
There's a lot of filth heading our way with just
Ooh.
spaceships just full of elites.
Well, the
We're
reason
screwed.
we haven't hit filth yet is because there's been vehicles.
Yeah.
Vehicles are a saving grace in that game because you just hit someone, they're dead. And that's the way to take out elites. Unless they randomly bust out an armor lock after 10 retries of killing them. Like you run over.
Damn, they
Like
pulled
you,
an audible?
yeah, well, you run over elites like over, and then you die,
you get
and the
the
checkpoint,
repetition,
die,
it's like,
checkpoint, and
alright.
then they'll be like running at him in the ghost again. He'll armor lock, and I'll go, oh, he's got it, and they'll blow up because they hit him. And
I
like,
watched an elite armor lock
He's
in front of you.
evolving.
You hit him with the ghost, exploded. I was in the warthog behind you. He's like, I'll get him. It will run out before I get there. It was still an armor lock. I just went, and I exploded too with my. He killed 3 of us with
He
one
did.
armor lock.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Blue Apron. Cooking isn't just about filling your belly, it's about filling your soul. It's creating and sharing a delicious meal with family and friends, so cook something worth celebrating this holiday season with a little help from Blue Apron. This time of year can be stressful, we've got tons of shows to do, and it's the holidays on top of it all, and that's why Blue Apron helps me take the edge off this busy season by cooking more. Blue Apron offers flexible menu options with an ever-changing mix of meat, fish, plant-forward, and vegetarian recipes. Blue Apron helps me discover my inner chef and learn new recipes and techniques in the kitchen. I enjoy how there's always something new you can pick from Blue Apron, or you can stick with the classics. It's super easy to use on the app. I get 3 meals a week, and I get to go in there, and sometimes I'm really busy, and I just take whatever they send me because I have pre-selected what kind of meals that I would like. Other times, I decide to poke around a bit. Maybe I can change out one item for another item. I just had some delicious pork burgers last night for dinner. Very tasty with some onions and some squash, some cooked squash. It was very delicious. Blue Apron's menu is carefully designed and tested by their kitchen chefs who use unique specialty ingredients to bring chef-quality recipes to your home. So bring back the magic of your kitchen and enjoy a home-cooked meal. Check out this week's menu and get $60 off when you visit blueapron.com/offtopic. That's blueapron.com/offtopic. Blue Apron, cook more. What's also, that reminds me, just in LASO in general, I can't remember if this was a thing with the old one, but the 2 we've shot so far is no one is less aware that someone has been killed except Ryan. Where like someone will die, and again with all the skulls on it, one person dies, you reset checkpoint.
Yeah,
so that's
Iron
it's
Skull,
over
yeah.
the second you die. And generally you can see that because it'll be negative 400 something points. Like that's like once you see negative 400,
One of you
even if
died.
somebody doesn't say shit, you know someone's dead.
Yeah.
Generally, if no one yells or like I'm gonna die or I'm dead, you go who's dead, who died,
Who did it?
was it?
Who
Especially
did it?
because you're keeping track. But like. Ryan, every time, Gavin will be like, oh, I died. Or the 400 will come out, and Ryan will be like, I got him! All right, hey, what's going on? Oh, we reset? It's like, happened every, like, Ryan, he's dead!
Got him because he's standing over my dead body.
It happens so many times where he's like, yeah, this is it, we're doing it! What happened?
I watch those numbers like a hawk. I don't know if the thing
He
still
wanted
happens.
to believe.
He wanted to believe.
Do you still get that negative 800 from killing a teammate? Is that
Yes.
still a thing?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I saw it come up once or twice.
It was at the end of one of the levels that we did. It was like, it gives you the stats, the little rundown, and it was like, you team killed this many times. And for me, it says 0, and I was like, that's incorrect. And I definitely shot Ryan in the back of that with a rocket launcher, but I think it counted as an explosive kill and not me. But there I was like, that's not right.
Man, it's fun. I had so much fun recording those 2.
Yeah, they're great. We're gonna do some more next week.
Do you guys
probably.
think we would ever make like some LASO-y merch from our series?
I don't know what we could
Oh,
do.
what could we do?
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
the grunt hats.
Perfect.
We talked about that every damn grunt in Halo Reach has a helmet.
Not everyone, just almost everyone.
Almost everyone. So you gotta
Because
shoot
one of
them
the
in the
skulls
head.
upgrades the rank of all enemies.
Right, so it makes the grunts like elite
Which is
grunts,
great,
whatever
because
they are.
grunt, when you do get a battle rifle or a pistol, whatever, it's one shot and they're dead.
They
But now they
explode
have
and-
fucking helmets on. You got to shoot them off first and then kill them. And at one point, Kevin called them hats.
And Kevin called them hats, so for the rest
we
of it,
really
it was just hats.
latched onto that. Get your damn hat off!
Right.
All these grunts wearing hats.
Like these fucking grunt hats, god damn it! And like
I
she's
ask because the chat is blowing up with grape emojis.
Oh.
One, new shirt out, awesome.
out
Yeah,
in the
still the
grapes.
grapes.
Two, the video of
Okay,
the
okay.
remix, yes, of Out in the Grapes is up. It's on YouTube now, right?
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty sure
think
it
it
is.
is.
Out in the grapes now.
Pretty sure it is.
Okay.
But check
That was
that
on
out.
RT.
I know them as Pigeon Studios, but they are the remix artists behind that wonderful work, and they make tons of other
Jen and
remixes.
Pete.
Go check them out. Yeah, Jen and Pete.
I already
they're
played it
awesome.
like 3 times in the office.
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, you did. And there was in because you were playing it in TTT today, probably 8 times. Just go, okay.
Yeah.
It's like with no reference to anything.
Well, especially because Ryan keeps going, okay, so that everyone
Well, that's
in the
his
room
Yeah.
goes,
perma.
okay.
That's his perma
Yeah.
quote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we go, okay.
I was playing
TTT
that.
had some great moments today.
I was
Like
playing
it's
that
fun.
in the.
I know we talked about it earlier. You were here,
Oh,
obviously. we
yeah,
all-
I was.
I know
But
he's-
I just wanted
he's
to
also-
reiterate
Yeah,
bringing it
that.
back up. You know,
Reinforcing that, yeah.
Okay.
I was playing that in the Craig Robinson clip over and over.
you did. Just like having
Hang on.
sex with Han Solo in the Star Wars.
I need
In
you
the
to.
Star
It never had no sex.
I need you to break down the exact sentence because it's like Princess
Leia
Leia ain't never
Han Solo ain't never had no
sex.
sex with Princess Leia.
and-
Nope.
No,
Nope.
Han Solo and Princess Leia never had no sex.
Nope. It's Princess Leia ain't never had no sex with Han Solo in the Star Wars. Which is just like a mess of
Star
a sentence.
Wars?
It's a quote from Zack and Miri Make a Porno, which came out like a decade ago. And I've always loved that line. And ever since I saw that movie for the first time, I've always called it the Star War. Like in every conversation since that movie.
It's awesome. I love stuff like that, and I mean, I feel like I just adapt that to everything that I watch. Somehow gets ingrained into my real world.
You pick it up
persona.
piece by piece.
Yes. Or if someone has a catchphrase, I'm like, that's nice. It's mine now. Goodbye. And I'll use that for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what other shows you guys are interested in that have affected
There's
your life
stuff
heavily.
that I say and do now that I don't even like remember that it was from a thing. You know, or like I watched a lot of Aqua Teen Hunger Force when I was a teenager on like Adult Swim, and I would say shit all the time. Like my friends and I watched that show, so we'd always like quote it and say and do stuff from that. But it was like even 5 years ago, I was rewatching it. And I watched an episode, and like he said a thing in the show that I said all the time, and I forgot it was from that show. I'm like, that's where I got this from? Like it had taken itself out of my brain and just become a thing that I had said all the time, like, you know, in everyday life and shit. And I was like, whoa. So it's like, that's a lot of the shit that we say and do is like, because I was saying to Gab, like, there's so many things like, oh, they're making a Sunny quote, you know, or like, oh, Baby Yoda. They're talking about Baby Yoda because it's a new thing right now. But it's like, I have that shit my whole life, like going back 20 plus years, you know, and like, you know, it's not always just like, oh, there was this line in this TV show. It's like when I was 10, I had a friend at school who did this thing, and then me and my other friends would make a joke out of the thing. And like, I haven't talked to that kid in 15 years, but like, you still do that thing.
Yep.
You make that like dumb reference that no one gets
It
except
becomes
for
like
you.
your go-to
and you're
saying
like,
for
yeah,
certain
that's
things.
funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Maybe we could do a shirt that's just a load of skulls and that annoying clacker thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a
alarm?
super in
Yeah.
joke. Like you don't know what it is.
I was surprised at how many people like, I guess, like held on to the alarm. Because we do a lot of annoying stuff that's just us.
No.
Yeah. And we're just like, that's funny. And people are like, what the hell are you talking about? And like Jeremy, you and Jeremy both posted on social media about like, we're doing LASO. And the number of people that posted like a siren or an alarm or like a LASO alarm, I was like, oh, that kind of like made me happy. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
they know
the
it's
conversation
a thing. Because like,
that we had the night before.
Gavin had this little clacker that I think we got sent from Awu or something. I don't know where it came from. And you use that, and then
the first one, yeah.
And then like it broke,
We lost it,
Well, I think
lost it
so
or
much
whatever.
time passed between Sierra 117 and Crow's Nest or whatever. It was like months. I just lost it in those.
So then I found another one and I bought it myself. That was like 3 times the size, and then like that was still in Halo 3. Like I brought that
was,
back
like,
in
at the
Halo
end
3.
of
It was
it.
near the end. And then you got another one that's like
Yeah.
the exact same one that
Someone
I
sent me
bought.
another one,
So
yeah.
now we have 2. So like
And they're loud.
They're
They
so
are.
loud.
Dude.
They're so loud that I feel like 2 makes no difference whether there's 1 or 2 because it's just like loud
Because
noise.
the world can't get that loud.
Right, exactly. So like at the beginning of LASO part 1 of Reach, like we started spinning them, and Gavin, I couldn't even tell from him spinning his and me spinning mine. I didn't even tell till later because Gavin filmed it that Gavin was screaming.
Gavin screamed
while
when
he
he
was
does
going, ah! Like
My screams aren't loud enough.
I couldn't even hear it. But I made a point to like kick in my chair around the room next to Ryan to give him some of it because he was all the way on the other side of the room. And Ryan and Jeremy were just like this.
Oh no, I screamed during the last
Ryan,
one.
Ryan was just like turtling, going, "Stop!
Yeah.
It's so loud."
And in part 2, because I remember you and I were giving it that, you were screaming, and I looked up at the board, and all 3 mics on our side of the room were fully
Blocked.
blocked. Just like
Holy peak.
maxed out.
Even though like I back away and just go ah.
The waveform was like
happening.
I don't know if it made any difference at all, but the second part, I let you go first. I waited like 3 seconds, and then I staggered mine just to see if there would be a noise
Stagger
difference.
it.
Yeah, he went off for a bit. I started late and then finished late.
what it really
We
does.
start a slow clap. There's one person starts. And
Yeah.
It really makes it impossible
All right.
for any new audience to subscribe.
Like,
to
hey, what's this? All right, turn that off.
Yeah,
All right,
it
well, done with that.
immediately like
Done with that.
rejects anyone who's like, oh, check these guys out. Absolutely not.
No,
That's
fuck
Yeah,
horrendous.
I mean,
But
you make a
Dude,
great
I
point.
walked in
Hey,
right when it
hey,
kicked
guys,
off,
ding
and
the
I was
bell.
like, maybe I could just walk away and never
I
come
could just
back.
go home.
Good. And here's the beauty of
I don't
that,
have to
though.
work today.
Talking about things that stick with you forever. I hope that when you guys are old, decrepit men, you see one
Never.
of those and you go,
No
LASO! And no one knows what you're talking about at all.
Lasso alarm.
Carrying around a jar of our
Everyone calm
coworkers'
down.
dust.
Oh, are you gonna carry my dust?
I don't care.
Why would you have his dust?
Because we're the dust boys.
Aw.
Okay.
That's what we evolve into.
That's what we become in our final form.
Trevor and Alfredo are like a yin and yang of dust, and you're just kind of there.
Wow.
In the corner.
I feel like
Yeah.
that
I said
sounds
it,
Yin and
that's
insulting.
yang, and then
That sounds very insulting.
Gavin's like
and it
the
is.
two.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
I'm holding the ends. I'm
He's
feeding them
keeping
into
together.
themselves.
It's like years ago, Gavin told us, Michael and I, that if one of us dies, the other one just automatically dies.
We have
too,
to die.
because we-
Is basically what he
Oh,
said.
like it's kill switch.
Like the
Yeah.
universe
Set that up.
won't allow it.
Because like batteries, we work in pairs, is what you said.
Right.
Did I say that?
So yes.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
not the
Doesn't really
battery
make
part.
sense, but
Yeah,
She's
you did.
elaborating on
That's
that.
literally what happened. I mean,
I
yeah,
don't know
they're
about
all
that.
right.
I'm not gonna
I'll tell you
believe
what he
you for literally anything.
Like batteries,
No,
they work in
I
pairs.
don't-
Ignore all the products where there's 3
Yeah,
batteries or
Or
1.
one. There's a lot of like,
to be
hey,
fair-
when you think a 9-volt, get out of here.
I remember we had this discussion after a pool outing with a lot of the
Okay.
the baby.
Probably
so-
you don't remember it then.
No.
But also, I hope that would not transpire into kids. Like, listen, if they've got one dead parent, they should have 2.
I wonder how many memories you have of me
Gloss
where
right over that.
Keep it moving. Just like that was just not a beat.
It's like,
It was ass.
And it's like, I gotta deal with my dad's crying all the time about my dead mom. Like, just be done with
deal with
it.
all
I was
that.
just trying to get
Clean
to if
slate.
Alfredo's
Clean
done
Maybe a
super
2
nice
for
too.
1, like, grave thing going on.
That's
Oh,
what
that's
it
what
is.
you're saying.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
If one of you goes,
Uh-oh.
the other one goes too. That's how this works. You're
Look,
both gone.
I don't think that way, but I'm sure Jackie does. She's like, look, if I go, you're coming with
Jackie
me.
is more of like, if I know I'm gonna go, I'm taking you out.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, not like it's happening where she's like, I can see it coming. Ah,
She'll just be like, I know it's happening. Get the...
I'm gonna explode. Hug me. And you're like, why would you do this? It has to be.
It's like- dude, we played board games at Jeremy's house last time, and when we were playing a House of Betrayal or something like
Probably, yeah.
that. Yeah, and then Jackie and I we were the monster, and we were working in pairs.
Whoa.
Oh, that was
Whoa.
Michael's house.
Michael's
my
house.
house.
That
Oh,
was, yeah.
man.
So it was Michael's house.
I knew
Alright.
why Michael was
Hold
wooing.
on.
I knew.
Come on now.
So it's Michael's
we put
house.
the work in. How
You
about
were
the
the
barbecue?
monster. You
Yeah,
did.
you did.
There was a lot of
Eric was
food,
there.
A lot of drinks.
It was.
But Jack and
Not
I had
here.
to split off, and we had to read the whole steps on how to be the monster and everything. And Michael was like, "Oh, you guys can go. You don't have to stand in the hallway. You guys can go into this room. It's dark to just walk in. The lights on your
In my
left."
house, not in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Saying you guys can discuss that.
Yeah, you guys
and
can
then we'll go
discuss
over
it.
Oh
go
God,
off,
we didn't
discuss
tell this
it.
story. This is a
Yeah.
fucking whole scenario. So there's 2 of you, right?
Yep.
And you're figuring out like what you're supposed to do, and then there's all of us, the survivors.
Yep.
So like we have objectives, and we have to figure out what we need to do and do it. You have objectives, you need to figure it out. So you do need some time, right?
Yeah.
You need to be like, okay, first of all, what the hell is happening?
We have
Second
to
of all,
read what we have
what's
to
the
do.
strategy?
You have to read what you have to do.
We finished ours, which arguably we thought would take longer
We
because
thought it
there's
was
more of us.
confusing as hell.
It's
Yeah.
a lot
And
of
then we're
pages,
sitting
a lot
there,
of
we're
words.
like, where are they? Are they not done yet? Like, they're one monster. Like, what the hell are they doing? Like, is theirs that complicated?
And there was a little confusing bit, but yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it took us forever because Jack and I were debating on the fucking light switch. Because Michael said, go when the light switch is on your left. So I walk in, I look left, I'm feeling for the light. There's a lot of shit.
And we had, like, shit piled
There's
up.
a lot of stuff piled
and the
up.
switch is behind, like, some
Trying to
boxes.
find it, and I'm like, I'll get it eventually. He said it's on the left. And Jackie goes, what the fuck are you doing? And I go, what do you mean? She was like, he said it's on the left. And I was like, yeah, I'm checking the left. She's like, no, you walk in, you turn around, and it's on your left. And I was like, who thinks that way? I cannot be the only one that thinks this is absolutely absurd. She was slightly drunk. But it blew my mind.
I love that
So-
Jackie turns into me. It's
She did.
beautiful.
She did. She went
You
full
guys were
Wednesday.
twins that night.
Yeah.
In that, in Love Letter, you guys were on the same page there.
Oh
I
man.
like the idea of Jackie like pulling off the highway. All right, let me pull a handbrake turn.
Dude,
It was nuts.
They came back and we were like, oh, so you guys got to figure out the monster? And they're like, all right, so if you're light switching, I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is like a nothing comment that I was like,
I
oh,
had to
the
get
switch is
down
on
to
the
the
switch is on
bottom
the
of
left.
this.
And Fredo's like, hear me out now. What did you say? I'm like, well, it's on the left. He's like, that's what I said. And Jackie's like, no. But listen, my perspective, yeah, you walk in the room, you turn around, and then it's on the left. And I'm just like, why? What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Blew my mind.
It was like a holdup in the middle of the game to talk about this light switch.
Well, it's even better because I've
That
had
makes fucking
conversations with
sense.
Michael like this. Like
There's
he's,
so many times.
He's gone
I-
into a store and he's like, "Hey, where's the car? Are you parking?" I'm like, "Hey, if you go outside of the store, turn right. And I'm down the street." And he'll walk, and then I see him later coming out to the car, like, "What the fuck? You said it was to the right." I'm like, "Yeah, if you look at the store, it's to the right."
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the opposite of what you just said.
I know.
You said,
Dude, this
I was about to side with you, and then you really threw it away.
Exactly. So pitch it like what she's saying is normal. We're like, I'm out on the right. So I'll walk out, go to the right. And she's all the way on the left. She's like, yeah, if you're looking at the store, I'm on the right. And I'm just like, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened with the light
I
switch.
was like, someone needs to like hear this fucking story and doesn't make any goddamn
Batteries
sense.
work in pairs.
And then you roll to move in the fucking game. We were a
this is
two-headed snake. Jackie's rolling, she's
A
moving.
worm. You weren't a snake. You were a worm.
It was
It was a worm. It's an oral
Yeah,
worm.
it was a worm.
Yeah.
But
Snake's cooler though.
we were double-headed, so we each rolled to move, and Jackie's like moving around the fucking house, and they're all trying to attack her, and I stayed in the same spot the whole time.
rolls are
You
so
rolled
not
like
good.
4 zeros.
It was nuts.
Michael was cleaning plates and stuff like that because he and Lindsay were also playing as one character. So Lindsay was like rolling for that
Can't
character and
roll for
everything.
shit.
Michael comes back from cleaning the plates and he's like, "All right, so what's going on? Like, where's Alfredo?" I'm like, "He's there." Michael's like, and I was like, "Yeah, he needs to roll to move," and he has, and you're like, "Still?"
Yeah. It was like everybody else is like, I went to here, they went there, this is there. Well, Alfredo's in that closet. And then
offshoot room.
it got to a point where in my house, Alfredo would roll, so there's like, it's not even a zero, it's just a blank space on the
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
it's nothing. He would roll blank, then just get up and walk into the corner.
And just stand in the corner.
And he was just standing in the corner of my kitchen facing a wall. Because he just kept rolling blank after blank after
It was
blank.
hard.
It was
Fucking
crazy.
Point in me doing anything. It's a
fun game.
It is. He got me the Jackie and Alfredo bought
Oh,
me the
boy.
expansion, which allows for 7 people to play.
And people and a new room.
New floor, so there's an attic
Like,
above.
50
damn.
new haunts.
And there's 50 new haunts.
I
So
feel
But
like
it's
Jeremy was like, we haven't gone through a bunch of them. I was like, yeah, but we got through the mummy like 6 times.
right.
Yeah, we
so
somehow
now
always
there's
get
100 haunts.
I feel like you fall into the basement through a hole every time I play with you.
Every time I play with you, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna explore here. I fell in a hole in the basement. Help me, God, help me, please. And then one of the time, because the only way out of the basement is like there's a couple different staircases you can find like randomly, or like you need to find an elevator and roll your way out.
Oh my god. Sorry. Someone in chat just said Lindsay thinks in stage directions. Holy shit. you're
No, I
right.
think they're
That's
just
like
they're giving you an out. They're giving you an out, and you're
My
taking
mind
it.
has been justified.
No,
I think they're giving you an out, and you're just taking it. That's
I
giving
see
yourself
it.
too much credit.
That, if someone wrote Jeremy thinks like us on Jupiter, I don't go awesome. That's why.
I saw this one comment, right? And it says, one day Michael is gonna stop being Michael. And I went, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what are you talking about? And then I scrolled up, and their previous comment was, I think Lindsay infects people. I'm like, that makes sense. Okay. So Jackie got infected.
It's been happening already.
Dude, it happened in, what was it? Was it Coup as well?
It was every
that's
game we
Love
played.
Letter.
and
Yeah.
Love Letter.
Love
No,
Letter.
it was every
game we
also?
played.
Oh,
Yeah, that's when you two did your whole
Love
thing.
Letter. Love
right.
Letter was her
You're right.
with the literally Jackie was wrong every single time with the Dowager Queen and the Baron.
She was obsessed
And
that I
then,
was the
and then
princess
Coup
every
was
time.
the one where it was me, Lindsay, and Jackie, and they just kept flipping each other, and I just kept like, okay, I'm taking coins.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm taking coins.
It was
You're dead. You're
Michael,
dead. I win.
Lindsay,
You were just
Jackie.
embezzling
It
all
was
the
Just embezzled all the money.
It was just the three of us, and it would be like, I flip Lindsay, so Michael has to attack her, and then it would be like, oh yeah, well I flip like, or
Well,
like
because
Lindsay
the play
flipped
there
Jackie.
is to then flip you, because then Lindsay and Michael would be
Yeah.
on the same team against Jackie. But Lindsay would just go, all right, well then you're with me, and would flip Jackie. So
And
now
then
they're both
and then both on the same team, and I go, okay, I take three, I have to do. And then it's like, I flip you. Well, I flip you. And I'm like, okay, and then I take three, I have to do.
crush them.
And I literally just collected all the money. I cooed one of them, and then I assassinated the other one, and I won. It was like a 4-turn win where they kept going, you, and I go, and I take for
Jackie
me.
and I are doing this as Michael's
It was
stealing.
like-
It's funny.
But like as they were doing it, everyone there is going, "What are you doing?"
Stop!
They just kept doing it. They didn't stop and change their ways. It was wild.
God.
But Coup's awesome.
You didn't show up.
He was
I'll play
great.
that again.
Lindsay's got the coup bug.
I
Yeah.
invited Gavin. I'm like, hey, are you gonna be, you want to come over for board games on Friday? And he was like, I'm in Japan. And I went, is that a no?
Yeah.
I was like, most likely.
You're gonna have to mark me down as a no.
I would have come, for sure.
I imagine. Yeah.
Gavin comes out for game nights.
Yeah.
I was talking to
That was
Kat
our
about, like,
first and only probably in like 3 years. It was an effort, man, to like get the kids handled and like clean the house and whatever.
Well, like, Kat she's going away, like on a business trip on Friday, and I was like, because, we're getting all the new floors put in the house, so it's probably going to be done, so it's going to be done tomorrow. And, so I was like, I'm kind of wondering if I should have, like, a game night this weekend or something like that. I'm like, but you're not going to be there? And I was like, talking to her and everything, and I'm like, what should I do for food, stuff like that? She's like, you can do buffalo dip again. I'm like, I don't want to be a one-trick pony, though. I was like, gotta come up with something.
Damn.
And I was like, I gotta come up with something that I
Switching
can.
it up?
I was like, I gotta come up with something that I can make that's good, but it's not pretentious. I don't want
keep
to.
that shit away from you, man.
Well, that's what I love about it. It's in the Michael
He
Enabler
brought it. He
style.
brought it, and I also bought this like absurd rum sugar drink. It was like a premix.
The blue.
It was a premixed
blue.
drink
Call it
that was
blue.
rum and a bunch of
Yeah.
other shit. All I could do is pour it over ice, but it was like bright blue. So I just
Like,
kept
you
calling it
you have
blue.
some blue? Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
kept calling it
Bacardi
blue.
zombie, but yes.
So
yes.
I had 3 of those and the buffalo chicken dip, and I thought I was gonna die when I woke up the next morning. It was like the most uncomfortable I've ever.
I was gonna
been
die
in my
that
life.
night when I
It
got
was
home. I was
bad.
like, oh my
It was
god.
eating me away on the inside.
You read how much sugar was in it, and it was absurd.
I always bring the claw.
It's good.
Dude, I've been clawing.
I got introduced to all the
I've been clawing.
flavors
Yeah,
now.
I bought
Yes.
claw. Gav, because
I have
again,
claw, my
like,
first.
Yeah, I'm calling my
it's an
friend.
epidemic with
I
the
brought
kids.
it to
It's like
Jeff's party
zombies.
and everyone made fun of me. I was
like
I
zombies.
just found
No.
this in the pantry. I'm gonna
dare
bring it.
you. It's
Everyone,
good,
and now everyone's into the
It's
claw.
so easy
We
to just drink.
like I just with us having the kids and all that shit in the space, like I knew we wouldn't have people over probably for a while. Again, it was like a big event to get people to come over. So I did a whole thing where I was like, I'll buy dinner, and I went and I got barbecue, and I bought like a F ton of barbecue and brought it back. I'm like, everybody's eat anything about ribs and sausage and brisket. And I hit the liquor store, which I haven't been to in years. Like, we have liquor in our cabinet in our house from the last homeowner. He just left it. And it's all shit. It's crap. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's all gin and tequila and like random liqueur crap.
You just left other people's shit in there?
Yeah, I mean, it's liquor. I didn't think he stuck
Yeah.
his dick in it. I don't know.
Thanks.
They could drink it out of the bottle. I do.
I mean,
way.
whatever. But the point is, it's also not shit I wanted to drink. I just left it there. I never added anything. By the time we moved in, we were like old. We weren't going to 6th Street anymore. We weren't buying the baby. Like, I don't drink at my house ever. So I'm like, whatever, it's there. The last time my mother was in town, she was like, "Do you have any drinks for a mixer?" I was like, "No."
No.
What do I look like? So I made a trip to the
Denise
liquor
wanted to
store.
party.
So I was like, I might as well stock up. And I bought such a stupid amount of liquor just because
It was insane. I
For
couldn't
the,
believe it when you
for the
came in.
future.
And
I
everyone
bought-
came with liquor,
Yeah.
so it was
I bought-
just massive.
It was a lot. I bought like whiskey. I bought. I hate whiskey. I bought
Like
whiskey
2
for
blues?
Jeremy. I bought vodka. I bought a giant jug of Fireball.
2 blues?
The blue was just like a shot. I was there and I saw them. I went blue, and I just bought them. I didn't go for
You
that.
brought a huge thing of Fireball, and someone else brought Fireball.
No, I came in. I brought like a medium-sized thing of Fireball.
You guys all made it to my house before I came home. I went, this is awkward. Boom!
and I was like,
a
well,
gallon of
I guess I'll
Fireball.
just have that at home.
Yeah. So I had all that shit ready to go. So I just figured I'll bust out the blue, and like it was good, but it was like 45 grams of sugar
It
per
was
8
something
ounces or something.
ridiculous. Yeah.
You guys asked me if I wanted some. I was like, I feel like it's healthier for me to just stick with beer.
It's healthier for
weirdly
me to
enough.
just
But
die.
when I was there, I
just
bought
die
the
that'll
claw.
be healthier?
Yeah.
I bought an F ton of claw, and we were clawing it up. We were having all kinds
I
of
buy
shit.
Claw now
love
because,
it.
like, I always have the thing when I'm having people over and I go, like, all right, what does this person drink? What is this? Like, I know, like, if Alfredo and Trevor are coming over, I'm like, I'll get Jack Daniels. I know they like to drink Jack. Like, I'll get this beer, whatever. Claw, I'm like, I get Claw. Everyone drinks
Everyone's like,
Claw.
Who likes Claw?
Like, I still drink
Let me
the
try
beer.
that flavor. Oh, that you
I
tried
drink
this
beer
flavor?
and I'll drink beer, but I'm
It's
like,
great.
I got Claw now.
No,
So people
We're talking about
yeah.
White Claw, by the way.
White
Yes,
Claw is
White Claw.
Claw.
When were you made fun of for bringing White Claw? to
The pool
work?
party.
Jeff's pool party.
When was
Yeah.
I was gone for this? When did
We
this
missed
happen?
it.
End of
Yeah.
the summer.
Much
probably.
like everything,
summer.
we
Okay.
missed it. We were at a convention or something.
Well, at that time period, that was like Claws was, I thought, heavily associated with like Instagrammer models. Who
Yeah,
were
and
like,
it still
oh, if
kind of
you're-
is.
So-
If you're a
Yeah.
skinny white girl, you love White Claw.
And like
Meg-
frat dudes.
Meg bought
That's
some to
White Claw.
try it because of it was just like hitting up Instagram, and I was like, I don't have any booze at the house. Like we never like the same thing. We don't drink at home, so I was like, I'll just like shove a bunch of Claw into my backpack and take it to Jeff's
Yeah, it was
party.
just, well, yeah, that was the other thing we made fun of you
Yeah,
about.
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, I was kind of embarrassed. I was like, I didn't bring any beer. I bought White Claw.
In a
that's great.
backpack.
And then I had
Is
one
that
in the
what
pool. I was like,
everyone's talking about?
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
you
not
pulled
bad.
one out, and I was like, I'll have one with you guys.
Same.
And then Jeffrey's like, wait. I'll have one with you guys. We gotta try it all at once.
Right.
And we just tried
I
it. We're like,
had
"That's
my
not bad."
first White Claw when I recorded Good Morning from Hell.
Yeah,
They had White
they offered
Claw.
me some. Mhm.
They had White Claw. I was like, you guys are fucking drinking White Claw? It's like the stupidest thing. This is
A
really
thing
good.
that
This
is
is
said
good. I
about
like
White Claw, a
this.
lot of people are like it's healthier than beer, and
Healthy.
Well, no, it is like
In
a beer to a
comparison,
White Claw
yes.
is.
It's less
Calorie-wise,
shitty.
right?
It's
Yeah.
less shitty.
I wouldn't use the word health.
But
Lesser of
thing-
two evils.
The thing with a beer is like when you drink a beer, you usually feel like a little more full after you have a beer.
Yeah.
White Claw, you can just go like,
Dude, you just
and then it's
put
it's
them
like
back
much
and
very
then-
less
light.
healthy.
It's like salsa water. Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing is White Claw, you
Yeah,
can just.
but
go.
once it pushed past the unfortunate negative stigma associated with like, I guess just being a stereotypically vapid woman, which is shitty, but like everyone else
You're
hopped
damn
on
right
board.
that's shitty.
Yeah, I know. Everyone hopped on board and was like, I like this too. I'm like, okay, I
They
guess
got
the world
lots of
loves White Claw
flavors,
now.
dude. Raspberry, black cherry.
I bought a
I
variety
like
pack.
grapefruit.
Cat bought a variety pack.
hate
I like the lime. Lime's good.
What,
Yeah, I'm not
grapefruit?
a grapefruit guy.
Grapefruit's disgusting.
Dude.
Grapefruit.
And I think I told you this
Compliment.
a little bit ago, but like, I was never a fan of tomatoes. I like tomato soup, but I never liked like fresh tomatoes
Like on
as
a
a kid, like on
burger.
a
Yeah,
burger.
raw tomatoes.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like it's so wet.
It was very
and it's like,
overbearing.
and I'm
It
just
got
like,
soggy
I
to the
just,
bun
like,
sometimes.
I don't like it. So
Yeah.
I never drank Bloody Marys, you know, because it's just like tomato juice.
Yeah.
But I went somewhere recently. I was on a flight, and I was just sitting there as an adult, and I was looking at the drinks. I went, "Fuck it, I'm gonna order a Bloody Mary. I'm just like, you know what? Maybe my taste buds have changed.
Yeah, some tastes are acquired.
You know what? I'm
over
going
time.
for it." And I was like, "Oh my god, I love this.
Really?
I love this now." And then, like the number of times Lindsay, Gav, Meg, and I went to like Trudy's
Almost weekly.
way back in the day when we had nothing to do, you know. And we would go and have like brunch, lunch, and they'd all get Bloody Marys, and I would just get like a mimosa or something like that, or a
Yeah.
margarita on the weekends. I'm just like,
Or a
"Ah,
Long
it's just-
Island.
That's just like, it just doesn't do it for me. And now I'm like, I like it now.
good.
Let's hang out now. I want to have a Bloody
Let's
Mary.
get
I
back
like
in
it now.
time.
When
And they
I
made great Bloody Marys there.
when I was at the liquor store, they had a pre-made Bloody Mary mix, and I bought it. I had one the other day at my house, and I was like, this is amazing. I love this. I had one just because I was moving stuff around the liquor cabinet, and it's just like ice, the mix, the vodka, and I was like, I like this. Hey, look, hey everyone in my house, look, hey, let's go out, let's schedule a brunch in 6 months. Let's go have Bloody Marys.
I say
I'm 26.
I say that I don't like Bloody Marys. I've actually never had one.
Oh, I love
That's
them.
the
They're
thing,
great.
is
They're
that
shrimp.
I find the idea of tomato juice repulsive.
Same.
It's good.
I just ordered one day, just like you, but this was like when I was like 22 or something, probably with Jeff. And I was like, oh, it's nothing. It doesn't even taste like tomato juice.
I had that.
It's just like, it's just
I
so
love
good.
that now.
And they make them spicy at Trudy's. It's like,
They do.
The next I have is spicy.
Yeah.
They should have like peppers, yeah. But I'm like, that's me. Let's go. Hey, let's hang out. And I'm just like, Lindsay's like, we have our kids, and I'm like,
why don't we
oh.
do
and then,
it?
And then Gavin's like, I'm in Japan, and I'm like, oh,
I was in
well,
Japan. Why don't we
okay.
go to Trudy's?
I'll take a
though?
picture.
Bring the kids. Bring the blood.
Here's
Perfect,
the last
one of you
day.
don't drive.
I was fired up that we're gonna go do this, and this is after my this is literally based on the Bloody Mary of like wherever the hell we were. I'm like, oh, let's do it. Let's go to Trudy's next weekend. You know, we'll maybe your parents can watch the kids, or we'll get a babysitter for kids. We'll go to Trudy's. Let's do it this Saturday. Let's do it. That's Extra Life. And that was the last.
And that was the end
That
of
was
it.
the last time it presented
And it
itself.
died itself.
I just
That's
tell you,
a claim.
that was a
That's
month
not
ago.
true. Someone said white Russians are gross too.
Whoa,
No.
White Russians are
I
delicious.
love
Yeah.
white
I mean, they're
Russians.
yummy.
What the
Yeah,
hell
yeah,
is White Russian?
same.
A white Russian?
It's like
cream Kahlua vodka.
Kahlua,
It's
Yeah.
like a Matt Bragg drink.
Milky.
It's like an adult alcohol, like almost
Like
chocolate
It looks
milk.
like booze milk.
It's like chocolate
Kahlua
milk.
makes it kind of taste a little chocolate.
It's like a dessert drink.
Have you
another
seen Big
Very
Lebowski?
sugary alcohol.
Very sugary.
Have you seen Big Lebowski?
Like once a
Yep.
long time
Okay,
ago.
that's what he drinks
Yeah,
throughout the
it's-
entire
he
movie.
does.
Oh, okay.
On paper, once again, repulsive. But actually, very delicious.
Or if you're
Especially
in high school,
going
have
down the
yourself a
gullet.
green Russian, and it's all good.
What?
Yeah, green Russians.
What's a green
Was
Russian?
it like
Yeah,
apple
no,
tea?
you
like a
no,
leprechaun.
you replace the vodka with absinthe.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
sounds
But
dangerous.
see, you can't really appreciate a White Russian
Good.
in Texas though, because White Russians are definitely associated with like wintry times. I think like it's
No,
gotta be
no,
cold
it is.
outside. You gotta
It
be wearing
is.
a robe. And
For
a
some
pipe.
reason, it's very like.
Why don't
Yes.
we all hang out in our robes and we'll have a load of white Russians?
For me,
I'll do it,
Then
dude.
we'll go to Trudy's. We'll
Well,
have some
down.
blood sins.
For
We'll
me,
have
a
both.
winter and it's cold out and everything like that,
Bloody
you
Mary,
get yourself
White
a hot
Russian.
chocolate and you dump Baileys in that, and then you just
Oh,
have
Baileys.
a great
I
time.
did that.
Well,
Or you just drink Baileys. I'll do that too. I'll just pour a cup of Baileys.
That's extreme. That is extreme.
On ice, you
Fun.
put some ice in there and dump Baileys in there. And just
here's
sip
the
on
shitty
it.
thing that we
Yum.
need to amend is that Alfredo was not here for those times, nor was Jeremy. Really,
need to
you weren't
amend
there for like
anything.
pool times
Nor was I.
or dealing with
You
the
said
baby.
when you'll get young again?
Yeah,
So that's not how
go
that
back.
works.
He's
You
old
can't.
as well. He
Well,
don't want to
works.
get young.
You kidding me?
Yeah, let's young it up. I mean, you
This
can
guy
still
was
do it.
busy tearing up San Fran.
I need
Yeah.
to sleep
Sam Fran?
early.
San Fran.
Oh,
I already-
Frisco?
We already know. Like we talked earlier. Obviously, he was here when we said we were gonna
Yeah.
give him back to Kind of Funny at AH Live.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like that
a
dog in the
present?
Yeti movie.
Yeah, like the dog in the Yankee.
Yeah,
Here you go.
a mini me. Yeah.
Go on, get!
God.
Oh boy.
Dude, Jeremy.
Yo.
My favorite thing to do now in video games when I can is to just confuse the hell out of you. Like Deceit and TTT. It's the best
You're
thing
doing coup
in the
too.
world. No, when we did that, we're going back to coup at Michael's house. That moment where we're playing coup.
I was already dead. 'Cause
I
the thing
stole-
now apparently is
I
to kill me in round one.
Michael, you remember this because you were a part of it. I stole 2 coins from Jackie
Yeah,
with
yeah.
my captain.
Jackie was in full Lindsay mode at this
Yeah,
point.
and
Yeah.
then Jackie was like, "Oh, I can't do anything about it." Fine. Then Michael goes next, steals 2 from me, and then obviously Jeremy's like, "Michael, why'd you do that?" Fred's gonna block with his captain. I go, "I let it pass." And he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, he was lying. He doesn't have a captain." Comes all the way back to me, and I go, "I stole 2 more from Jackie."
and he steals 2 more from Jackie. And then, but I went and looked at Alfredo and I just sat there staring because I'm dead. And I was just staring at him like this. And then you did something else. You took Duke money. The next, it came back to him and he goes, "Using my Duke, I'll take 3." And I just went, like that, like watching it. And Trevor's next to me looking at me. And he's like,
Nothing.
"I don't know.
What's happening?
What's happening?" Because he's dead too. We're just talking to each other. He's like, "I don't know what's happening." And I'm like, he has neither of those under that. That's what I said. Like, that's a good
I had
Contessa.
like 1 card, and I was pulling a captain and a Duke.
Dude.
And I went,
it
"That's a
just
Contessa," and it
kept
was.
letting
And
it
it
happen.
ended up being that. And they killed you eventually. That's before the Jackie Lindsay thing started.
Yeah,
feel
well,
like-
in the middle of that, wasn't that not the lead up of where I should have chosen Trevor to reveal his card?
That
And I
was in
like,
Love
no,
Letter.
That was a completely
Alfredo.
different game.
Okay,
It was a
cool.
love
Yeah.
letter,
So-
but
So in
No.
Monopoly,
Yeah.
if you pass go, you get
I remember there was
$200.
free parking or there was jail.
Yeah.
And I chose jail.
Gavin was there.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Gavin was apparently more there than
I've
you were.
got 2 batteries. You're not dreaming. You don't worry about it. I feel like the biggest death sentence in coup is if someone takes 2 of your coins and you don't challenge. I feel like you're dead. If someone knows that
you are now the
you're
bank.
the bank account.
They know you don't have an Inquisitor to swap for a better card, and they know you don't have a captain, so you're just dead. Has anyone ever been like the piggy bank and won? I've never seen that happen.
No, but a good thing now is to let yourself be the piggy bank for a little bit and then decide
And
to
then
block
just, like,
it and actually have the thing.
Yep.
Not doing what your cards allow you to do, like, is really dangerous. Like,
Well, like,
having a
not
Duke
taking
and not
Duke-
taking
yeah.
Duke. Yeah, that's really
But
dangerous.
just confusing gender is a favorite thing. Like in Deceit, you'd be like,
I hate
Fredo, you're infected. I'd be like, I'm not, but I could be.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier in this
Yeah.
But
podcast.
like the way he does it, it's not just that he does it. It's like I'll walk into a room.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like I'll walk into a room in
just said different
Deceit,
shit.
and this man will be standing there. I don't think aware that I was about to come in the room, and
No.
he's staring at blood, going. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like, and it's just like, and I just literally during Deceit, you would look at me, and you go like, "What's up?" And I go, "Why do you make me hate you?" It's not my goal. It's just awful.
It's so, I was about to drop in and be like, it's me, but I'm trying to change my ways.
Right.
Or Jeremy would be like, Fredo, I'm gonna give you this shotgun, but I trust you. I'm like, look, I'll take the shotgun and I'll make sure to kill you last.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's all I can ask. But like, yeah, Ryan, the first round, you were like, I just want to let you all know that I'm the monster. And Ryan goes, we have to kill you. He's like, you're the only one who will tell the truth.
That's why I don't
We
feel bad
have-
now, though. When
Right.
he says that, I'm like, okay, and I just kill him.
Well, we did that.
You know?
We did that. Like, it just has to be done.
He needs to unlearn. Okay?
You can't tell the
Change
truth
your
about
ways
that.
or
Now
die.
taking your threat as serious.
That's infectious though. Now, as an innocent, I'll go up to blood bags and go like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
When
you
you
just gotta
hear that,
mess with it.
you're like, this person.
well, Fiona, if she sees me pretending to drink, she's like, it's fucking Lindsay. And I'm
Right.
like, is it Fiona?
Is it? Yeah. That's how you know, like, fake drinking's happening. Or real drinking. No, that's the loudest gulp
I
sound
have
in the
to
world.
go.
Okay.
I have to leave.
Yeah.
We could probably wrap it.
Not because of this
Wrap it up.
conversation.
No,
Probably
that's
wrap
fine.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
like
Deceit.
Deceit,
I mean,
yeah.
we're talking about Deceit. Gavin's like, come
Okay, I was
fuck
like,
out
I
of
don't
here.
Yeah, I know,
Get
dude. I
out
don't
of
want no
here.
part of it.
Jesus.
Why'd you sit back down?
Are you gonna end it? I can just sit out the end if you.
All right.
There you go. He
Bye,
chose
Gavin.
a side and he committed.
Did. It's good.
When should we go to Trudy's without him?
Oh man.
I've never been to
We'll
Trudy's.
invite Meg. How have we never been out
What
now?
is
How long have you lived here?
You'll both haven't been to Trudy's?
I've been here 2 years. Don't.
I mean,
I'm not.
I've been here 5.
Outrageous,
long
but a
time.
little understandable.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's like the best Tex-Mex place in Austin.
Well, I
pretty
just
good.
went to Olive Garden for the first time in my life.
All right.
recently.
yeah, but all that.
Can you
that-
really
that-
not believe
Yes,
that?
that makes sense.
No, it
That's,
doesn't because you're
No.
family when you're there.
Yeah,
Who's
but
gonna be
also,
a part
like,
of the
that's-
You
family?
keep saying this.
That's like an international chain. Trude's? Oh, dude. Trude's is the shit, man. They're Mexican martinis, and
Ooh.
it's Austin
That's a
lunch,
doble.
dude. It's Austin
even a
lunch,
single.
right?
It's also totally possible. This sounds
Possible
like
you've been there.
no. It
and
sounds
you
like
don't.
one of the restaurants where I'll say to Kat, like, "Yeah, I've never been there." She's like, "Yeah, you have. You've been there here and here." And I'm
Probably
like,
have.
Probably.
There's like
I have
there's
no
at
memory
least
of
3
this.
They
locations
have the
in
Mexican
Austin.
martini.
Just said that.
Yeah, I know.
that sounds familiar. Is that?
I mean,
Is
a
there
lot,
thing
a
where,
lot
like,
of things have it, but they're like the place.
Is that? There's some restaurant where they're like, you're only
You're
allowed.
allowed to
That's
order two.
Trude's.
Yes.
I've heard of that.
Yes. There's
Well,
the,
Still unclear if I've been there or not.
You're only allowed to have 2, and then they cut you off for alcohol because
Yes.
they're
Oh,
so
is
strong.
that
You
good?
can
Really
get
strong.
1
Good.
and
That's
whatever
how
else
know
you
it's
want.
good though.
Or you get 2, but then as I missed this whole thing that Lindsay told me about, like especially like college kids.
Yep.
There's like a
the
challenge
Trudy's challenge.
to get 2 at all 3 Trudies. So
Yes.
you have 2, you go to another one, you get 2, you go to another one.
That's like drinking
you
around
get
the world
2.
at
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah, you have
I-
somebody drive your ass around. And
I
you're
have
like,
known people who have been
roll you
cut
out.
off at other locations because they said, "Hey, someone else called from this restaurant and said you were coming over here to do the challenge. Like you're cut off." So
If you
Oh,
go over the
damn.
They'll
limit,
tell you.
Damn.
They'll tell you.
No,
like,
I'll bring a
if-
fake
if
mustache.
If you order a Mexican martini and have one, and then you go, yeah, I'll take another one. They go, just so you know, like
That's
you
it.
can't order any alcohol after this. You can't have anything. You can't have a beer, nothing.
I
You're
could-
done.
I
You can
fully
order as many
expect-
other things
Very
as
responsible
you
of
want.
the
But then
restaurant.
you,
Yeah.
you get cut off on that. I
Yeah.
fully expect if I go overboard to have that snarky guy from Chili's in the Office episode just be like, cut off.
Yeah.
Not allowed.
See, you don't have to suck drinks off other
To eat at
people's
this
tables. Though.
establishment
You
anymore.
order 2 of those,
Second
you're
drink.
done. They're pretty strong though, especially if you get like a top shelf float.
Lindsay, not great.
Or float it. Yeah,
What was the next?
You made up for Gavin.
Restaurant we went to with Kat
Chili's.
and John. That was
No,
not
I
Chili's.
don't know what you're
It was
saying.
not
I don't
Chili's.
know what you're saying.
We went with John, and I think your friend was there.
Oh, Lupe Tortilla.
Okay, it's not that.
Thanks.
Thanks.
No, Kat and I, we went there last night.
Nice.
That's a good place.
It's a celebratory fajitas. We like their fajitas.
Oh, vaginitis?
stuff.
I love those.
Vagina.
That's by the way what I always get at Trudy's fajitas.
Yeah, fajitas are good, man.
They're top notch.
And
They got some top
and if you
notch
don't eat
fajitas.
every piece of them, they're not that bad for
Talk
you.
about seafood though. The shrimp tacos. Mwah, amazing.
Usually
Grilled
I'll get
shrimp.
the hot skillet,
Going on.
Yeah.
right? So they bring out the tortillas, they bring out all the shit. I make a tortilla, I eat it, and then I get lazy and just eat it all off the skillet.
Yeah, and I'll do that too. I'll tell you a bad moment with those things. When I worked at a Mexican restaurant, they take the metal skillets and they put them on a wood plate thing, and that's how you
That's what
serve
Trudy's
them,
does.
right? I mean, I think every Mexican place does that, like the hot metal skillet on the wooden plate so you can serve it. I went to grab one out of the kitchen and missed the wooden plate and just grabbed the metal
Fuck, dude.
skillet. That was the end of my hand for like a week.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Brutal.
I was just like,
Oh, Lindsay, yesterday, because I stepped out of the office, I was doing like a photo shoot. Lindsay called me. She was like, hey, do you want like a cupcake? Or if not, one for Jackie. And I was like, oh, Jackie would love one. So I grabbed it, gave it to Jackie, went home, put all my stuff away, walked into the bedroom, and she was just sitting there like this with the cupcake. And she was like, oh, this is the best one. Yeah, Lindsay's cupcake game is strong. And I was like, you are everything I want.
Kat finally got a Lindsay cupcake.
She
too.
loved that cupcake.
I wish I had been there just because of that pose. Like, one, I identify completely. I've been like that going, yes, food. And two, I was just thought of like Jabba the Hutt, like,
Oh, yeah. She was
cupcake,
like,
yes.
well, when I first had it, she was just like,
Awesome.
oh, is this a Lindsay cupcake? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't even know what flavor this is. And then we get home, she's like,
Gingerbread.
She was like,
I always forget to bring home the
Watch
cat
TV.
cupcakes. I always set one aside for Kat, and they either chill on my desk or they go in the fridge and never come
The
out.
number of times you
Thank
walked
you,
in
though.
Monday and had a cupcake from Friday.
and I go, damn it! Yeah.
I assume you gave
And Lindsay's
this
like,
one to
don't you
Kat?
dare give
I
that
did
to
remember
me.
this one.
commented on
I
my
came in
Instagram.
after
Man.
Chad.
She said
I got it right,
awful.
and she said it was awesome. Fuck, these are the jeans I ripped on Extra Life.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but
It's
there's
on
a
the back.
hole
It's
on
on the back
bottom.
thigh.
Back here
Can't see.
somewhere.
It's not bad. It's
Everybody
not. It's not
Tell
a
Jackie I'm
nut
making
tear.
more.
Right there.
That's it.
It's your
Oh,
cupcake
that's
dealer
it.
now, huh?
There it
I'm
is.
back to it, yeah.
The bleachers they had on the side of Extra Life had a little sharp edge on the side, and I went sliding off and cut
Coulda,
myself
like-
and ripped my jeans.
Or like nicked an artery or something.
I think it was mid liquor goblin, really. Anyways,
Anyhow.
that's probably good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a go.
Yeah.
Been here for a long time.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Get out.